Hello, hello. I'm Steve from Mac84, and I almost forgot my intro line. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday. I've worked way too much this week, running all over the place. Oh, it's been a week. Hopefully everyone else is doing okay. Colin expects royalties. I'll give you a royalty, pal. How do you like mice? Who do we have in the chat? We have Retro Tech Tom. We have Jared. We have the toiletiest toilet. We have Enzo. We have Colin from This Is Not Compute. We have Pretzel FTW. We're for the win. I'm sorry. It's whatever. Apple's Anonymous is here. I'm really making friends tonight. Jamie's here. DJ Crazy's here. Ian. Hello, Ian. How's it going? Carl is here. Hello, Carl. Hello, Garth. Hello, SJ Bryan, who just received my Sit Happen shirt. We'll plug that in a second. Hello, 386. We have Thomas. Oops, it jumped there. We have Patar. Hey, Patar, how's it going? Lucia's here, and Tyler. All right. So, yes, I'm not wearing one of my shirts today. I'm wearing the VCF East shirt from 2 weeks ago. So, I like the color is not coming through here. The camera, I don't know, whatever. That's that. And I have to mail you something back, Carl. Sorry, I will. And yeah, but someone mentioned the Sit Happen shirt, so I do have to show that off. So I have a little shop here, shop.mac84.net. I don't make it rich from these sales, believe me. But I do have this new shirt that Sit Happens that people seem to find just as entertaining as I do. Comes in a variety of colors. Says something funny on the front. Says something funny on the back. So, you know, that's that. If you want any of that, you go to shop.mac84.net. I will put the link in the video description. Actually, it's already there. I meant I'll put it in the chat, which there it goes, and I'll pin that there in case you want a thing. And you don't gotta, like I said, make like $1 or $2 per shirt, but enjoy. Let's see who else has joined. K-Mac Vintage, hello. Scarlet Swordfish, hello, hello. It's been a little while, hasn't it been, Scarlet Swordfish? All right, so. What the heck are we working on today? Well, we have two things here. If I switch to my top camera, first off, let me check the microphone, because I did have to restart the system like 8 times earlier in the week. And yeah, okay, looks like it's doing stuff. If it's set, yeah, okay, it's set correctly. Fingers crossed. I created a panic by resigning from a now former employer. I'm at peace. That's my week. Oh, good on you. Oh, that's gotta feel good. I've done that before. Oh, man. I've done that before. Oh, such joy you get in life every once in a while. Every once in a while. 4th year of watching streams. No, that means I've been doing it for a long time. Oh God, I'm old. Anyway, come on. All right, so let's switch cameras here. I gotta set up a station that lets me do this easily. But anyway, I picked up some goodies here. We have a Newton MessagePad 120. At least you got a new job lined up. That's cool. Congrats and good luck. Then we have a PowerBook Pismo, I believe this one is. It's a 400 megahertz model. Let's look at its butt here. We have Firewire. Ooh, modern I/O. Exactly, Colin. And so let me tell you a bit about each of these. So we have a Newton 120. This is from my good pal Sean of Action Retro. He let me have it because it's a little questionable, and we exchange crap every once in a while. So this is a prisoner exchange. And that battery terminal is very, very not happy. So I'm not just going to shove power into this. We're going to open it up, see what else is horrible about it, and go from there. Oh boy, let's move that over behind us so we can't lose that. And then we have this PowerBook. This is a bit of a romantic PowerBook. Big thanks to my wife. I love you. Thank you. Because our anniversary was last week. Well, earlier this week, rather. Feels like a whole week ago because of things. But so it was our 8th wedding anniversary. And we went out to dinner. And we were in the city. And, of course, I have, horrible tendencies to look at Facebook and Facebook Marketplace, and this PowerBook was there, and it was $45 whole. And I thought, oh, I don't need one. Yeah, it's fine. But it was, I'm sorry, it was listed at like $95, and then it was reduced to $45. So over dinner, I'm just like casually looking at my phone or waiting for the food, and I'm like, oh, PowerBook. It's only like a 15-minute walk away. So thank you, honey. Letting me indulge my stupid computer habit. As Garth said, e-waste is the correct gift for an 8th anniversary. What do you get someone on their 8th anniversary? E-waste. I like that answer. Oh, we have the Car Wash channel of Northern Pennsylvania and Ohio. Has been a member for 4 whole months. And says, hope you are well, sir. Well, Eep, thank you very much. I hope you are as well. I'm doing okay. Are the rubber feet still okay on that G3? Well, we're about to see. It said it was from an old office. They look like the feet are no longer there. So they have been carved out or excavated or whatever. But we'll see. We're about to power this thing on. Let's switch the camera view up a bit. There we go. And we'll go a bit further down. See if the handle on my camera tripod wants to explode. Probably not. And we'll find out. So the screen looks to be in pretty good shape. The system itself seems to be in decent shape. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Hey, Drake. All right, I'll do it as fast as I can, Drake. And so this is the bronze keyboard model. Function keys on these always seem to, like, stick up a little bit. It's always, like, ready to pop off the damn board. I don't know what the deal with that is all about. But anyway, let's pop the keyboard cover. Just in case we're missing a processor. The guy was going to like show it to me and all that stuff, but we were standing in the middle of the street in New York, and I'm like, you know what, just for $45, I'm not going to make a fuss. Hey, Kai, how's it going? So this is a 400 megahertz model. I believe it has a DVD-ROM drive. And that is Apple PowerBook DVD-ROM module. So that's that. I've removed the battery from the other side, and the reason I'm doing it, there are these little... Well, no, I'm thinking of the other model. The other model has these clips that you have to do for the keyboard. This one just does this, and if you remove that, you can see, ooh, we have an airport card, 802.11b. We have a 10 gigabyte hard drive, and we have some memory. All right. We have a PRAM battery that does not look exploded, but it is easy to get to. And we're going to put that keyboard back on. We're going to put the optical drive back in. That sounds like a good time spent, Kai. All right. We're stealing toilet paper now from work? I mean, I've heard of stealing copy paper, but toilet paper. Some next level swiping. Alright, so we're going to plug a power adapter into this. I have not powered this on before. I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. But we're going to find out together, aren't we? Well, I sure hope so. I'm going to power on the power strip. We're going to push the power button in 3, 2, 1. We have a chime. Hard drive made a bit of a noise there. Happy noises so far. Screen has a backlight. No cracks. That's good. Let's bring the camera out just a little bit. We have a Happy Mac. It is booting. Well, at least it seems to have wanted to. This was from an old business. So there's a reason why this was put away. Let's just remember that. It's thinking about it. I hear it. It's still thinking about it. Wouldn't this be funny if it was running like, what was the last, I should Kai, it's sitting right over there. I just have to mail it to you because I will never get around to it. What was the last version with the Happy Mac? I think it was 10.1. I remember booting up one of these machines. I'm like, it's taking forever to boot, and it was macOS 10.1. Alright, so we have 9.1 instead of 10.1. Well, thankfully, DJ Craze, the power supplies for these things are not too hard to find. They made a ton of third-party ones back in the day. Computer did not shut down properly. Uh-oh. And you could use some of the ones from the iBooks, but not the one with the thinner barrel and later G4 PowerBooks and later iBooks, because they just simply do not fit. But alright, this is looking pretty good, folks. I'm pretty satisfied with this for $45 so far. Looks like we have a perfectly cromulent PowerBook. Nice 14-inch display here. Oh my goodness. Well, we have a bunch of personal files on the desktop, including year-end statement. But we also have a lot of unique icons and such. And they didn't empty the trash. I wonder what's in the trash. Rescued items. Well, we're just going to unrescue them. How about that? Let's see how much memory's in this sucker. 384 megs with virtual memory off. Hey, that's pretty good. Easy access. Oh, I guess they organize their folders here. Adobe, Illustrator, Photoshop, Streamline, OmniPage, PhotoPaste, Photo Studio, Acrobat Reader, DivX Player. Oh, that takes me back. DVD Extractor. They were extracting DVDs on this. Windows Media Player 7, Zip It, Microsoft Office. Oh gosh, LimeWire. Of course, there's LimeWire. We have to open up LimeWire. Let's see what this person was downloading back in the day. Oh my gosh, I remember this interface. The Mac LimeWire interface, from what I recall, was different. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, this takes me back. Not that I never, ever would have downloaded files inappropriately. Yes, Windows Media Player was released for the Macintosh for a period of time. Oh. Wife's calling. Hold, please. Where's the microphone button? There it is. Hey, sorry about that. Let's see what this individual had downloaded. I downloaded a car. Let's look at their library. Sharing 0 files. So maybe, did this freeze up? It froze up. Of course. Of course. Yeah. That brings back a lot of LimeWire memories. Oh, boy. Oh. Come on. Come on, baby. Alright, well. Restart you are. Restarting are... I cannot speak today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Sorry. But, hi. 1024 viruses. Yeah, probably. I don't have a proper FireWire hard drive. I do have an Ethernet cable. Because I want to, yeah, exactly. Classic macOS, where one app will take down your entire system. And we have 70 people watching. Oh my goodness. Hello. Let's put up a... Yeah, there we go. So what I was saying is, I don't have a FireWire hard drive that's formatted for classic macOS to back all the stuff up on. But we'll probably do that later. I'm just connecting it to the network so I can copy off anything that I want to. But we do have to archive the viruses, because who else will? I am still planning to go to VCF Midwest. I do have my hotel, so I am keeping my fingers crossed that everything works out. I'm excited. Well, this does have a crack on the bezel here. But this crack, I've seen it elsewhere before. I think my other machines have this too. It's probably just a very common stress fracture. It's very, like, if you hold the plastic in the right way, it's hard to see. But it is there. It doesn't really bother me. I can always glue it, but you know what? Whatever. It's just a very thin piece of plastic. This is where a button is. This is where the track touch bar? Touch pad? Oh my god. The mouse button is. Trackpad button. And, you know, the stress of closing this and hitting that probably doesn't help. But overall, this thing is in pretty good shape. I do want to test the disk drive here, which does eject. There's no free CDs inside, however. Macintosh dumpster. That would be my Mac Mini attached to the network, Kai. You better boot up or you're getting the hammer. Don't worry, that hammer is reserved for PCs. Kind of, actually. Okay, now I have to click on this link that Colin sent. The Sanctuary. I'm the creeper. Catch me if you can. Oh, it's a members only thing. I have to... I should log into my old Apple Fritter account that's probably like 20-something years old at this point. Oh god, I am old. You know what? We're not going to solve any of the world's problems by reading your hard drive. Ain't nobody got time for that. Speaking of time, I may have to disappear if my if a phone call comes to my phone again and somebody is locked out of their place and I need to assist them. Hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. Got 84 people viewing. That's the magic number. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you very much for tuning in to Mac84, where we do this. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers. Yes, it's very hard for me to believe that, actually. And I'm not just saying that. I remember when I had 10 subscribers. It was a big deal when I had 50. I was over the moon when I had 100. So... yeah, that's going to be a very interesting milestone. And you can't read your own disc. Well, that's interesting. I think the lens might be dirty. We'll try that again. Maybe the CD driver is screwed up. I think it's benign enough that we could open up the cool new music file. There's a law school folder. Hello. But cool new music, I think, is pretty safe. Alright, we got a lot of bands that I have no recollection of. When was this file created? 2006? Last modified 2008? What date does this think it is? Well, the clock battery is now dead. Because it thinks it's 2004. This optical drive is making sad noises. Yeah, I don't recognize many of these things, but yeah, there's music there. It really doesn't like that disc. I mean, the other machine read it fine. I wonder if we could just clean off that lens. We're gonna do something a little. I should be more careful with this, but if it's broken, it's broken. So who cares? No, that's I do try and preserve things very carefully. We'll see if cleaning that does anything for this poor DVD-ROM drive. They probably did, Colin. Now that you mention it. Where are all of these DVDs? There's 17 whole megabytes available on this 10 gigabyte hard drive. Holy crap. Damaged files. There's a stickies files, documents, young adult correspondence. Maybe not double click on that. The MTV ideas. This certainly seems like a New York laptop. Craigslist pics. Interesting. Well, I am certainly trying to keep it PG, Lord of Nothing. There's a there's a lot of stuff on here. Yeah, not gonna click on any of that. Oh my gosh. Where's the system profiler? That's what I want to see. What? Yeah, I have a zip drive for one of these. It's just pretty neat. Did they delete the system profiler, or was it just... Where's the Apple menu items? I should have been more specific. Hey, Jason. I hope no screaming hard drives tonight. Although, you know, the night is still young, but let's hope not. That was a thing, wasn't it? I always forget to check. Oh, there's no recent documents, so you know. They need more room for MP3s. Feeling. Oh well, that's yeah. We're yeah, spicy stuff there. I got to be careful what I click on. This is yeah. Let's stop clicking on things now. Let's shut down the computer. Oh, Retrofox, we just found a spicy machine. That's all. There's a lot of, let's just say, interesting content on here. I'm sorry about your dogs and them not liking screaming hard drives. I'm attempting to initiate Apple Talk here. He's attempting to initiate the relations with the Apple Talk folks. Why is Apple Share not... Did they just, like, disable every extension known to man? There are extensions in this set that are not installed on your computer. Okay. I have a theory here. Anybody who's... oh, my God. Anybody who's... Well, let's just say downloaded too much crap back in the day, knows the panic of trying to free up free space. I have the feeling someone just started randomly deleting system extensions with the hope of having more space for MP3s. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Although we have some... Was that an NVIDIA driver set? Why the hell would that be on here? Did I just see that correctly, or am I just like seeing things at this point? Yeah, NVIDIA 2D acceleration, NVIDIA driver update, NVIDIA DVD accelerator, NVIDIA engine, NVIDIA OpenGL, NVIDIA resource manager. Weird. Well, their system folder has a ATM font database. There's an AppleTalk control panel. Oh, there's the control panels. Maybe I just clicked on the wrong one before because I'm an idiot. That's very possible. So it must have been a generic install. Yes. Okay, Garth is reminded. Yes, that's right, because some of the systems of the day did have NVIDIA options. I'm just seeing if I could connect, but oh, that's right, the Apple Share extension. We have an Airport AP from Software Update. We have an HP DeskJet. Apple Share was disabled. Well, let's re-enable that. And we don't. Airport AP support provides support for airport wireless interacting and networking. Okay. Yeah, so they just like disabled Apple Share for whatever reason. I'm going to disable all this NVIDIA stuff because, you know, this does not have an NVIDIA chipset in it, so why the heck do I need it enabled? And we're gonna duplicate this and say correct, and save that and give it a good old healthy restart. Yeah, I think I have almost all of those cards, Kai, somewhere in some machines. Hey, Sean, how's it going? After we mess around with this, I'm tackling your cursed battery terminal Newton. We're gonna see how many tiers are inside of this thing. My guess is a lot, because yeah, it's blue. We'll try and save it. We'll try. It really does not like the CD in here. It's preventing it from booting. You know, I expected the hard drive not to work. I thought the optical drive would work. But you never know. Arby's, we have the corrosion. Yeah, there was a Reddit post today. I seldom go on Reddit unless I want to waste copious amounts of time responding to people who spam my inbox with like things they could Google easily. But there was a post where someone had a Mac LC, some floppies, and some documentation, some cables, and a mouse, and some accessory boxes that had the documentation in them. They said, "What's this worth?" And somebody responded that it was worth like over $1,000 or something. Granted, they didn't have the monitor, it wasn't recapped, they didn't know if it was even working, they never tested the darn thing, didn't even have a keyboard. They were saying it was worth that much. I responded and said, that's like maybe like 100 or more on eBay, but like if you're selling it at like a swap meet, you'd be hard pressed to maybe get $100 for that in such as is condition, you know. I don't know, things like that just crack me up. At least 1,000. If that was the case, I have some crappy LCs to sell. Did this just freeze on startup? And is it frozen because of that Apple Share extension I just re-enabled? Oh, there it goes. Thank goodness. Oh, God. All right, let's go back to the chooser here. There we go. There's our Apple Share. There's our Mac Mini. Looking happy as ever. Let's try and connect to it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. You're trying to connect over the network. You're confused. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Network time error. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's okay. This might be a while. It verifies itself. All right. Well, the person's name was Raphael at some point. Let me hide the camera as I type my totally secret password. Connection to the server has been unexpectedly broken. So this is an interesting thing that I find happens, and we'll try and solve this live. But this happens from time to time. Not exactly sure the cause of it. So the Mac Mini I have is a G4 Mac Mini with an SSD in it, and it's running macOS 10.4.11, arguably one of the best versions of the operating system ever. And sometimes when I go to connect it on OS 9, it just says, nope, can't connect. It gives me the prompt and everything, and it's not happy. But if I just manually type in the IP address here, and that's all we're doing, we're just typing in the IP address. No, John, not that stupid. And then we wait for another 5 minutes. Lion is best. Somebody get Sean some water. I think he's dehydrated. It's still thinking about it. And I realize this is like the worst possible view of what the hell's going on here. We're also tilted, because I don't know how to level anything that I screw into the wall. How about that? Well, Sean always hangs out in these streams. I think it gives him something to do while he's waiting for his other computers to beg for mercy as he tortures them in his videos, which I love and are amazing. You have to subscribe to him. I'm sure you already are. Well, this has been fun. I don't think it's going to connect anytime soon. But you know what? Yeah, this has been a trip. There's certainly plenty of things. There's a download cache. Certainly plenty of things for us to explore on this system. Missing extensions. TC pack for AOL. Oh, so sad we don't have that. With our whole 17 megabytes of available disk space, I think what we're going to do is we're going to shut this puppy down. At a later point, I will selectively archive the garbage from this system. And make sure that anything important is saved elsewhere. Share the whole drive. But yeah, this thing is in pretty darn good shape considering its age. Again, the specs, 400 megahertz, 1 megabyte cache. We have 64 megs of memory. That was stock. This is up to 320 now. It originally had a 6 gigabyte hard drive, so somebody replaced this back in the day. So now it's a 10 gigabyte hard drive, which maybe explains where those NVIDIA drivers came from. Maybe they just swiped it from another machine. Who knows? But this thing has lived quite a life, so I'm very happy to give it a home. A lot of the machines I get are bone stock, so when anything has any sort of upgrade in it, that's a nice bonus. So that modem has seen better days. You poor little thing. We do have... Oh no, the infrared window. I swear that was there before. Well... Poop. Oh well. If anyone has a spare, let me know. At least you can't really see it. But yeah, you could stick your finger in there. So... I'm not gonna bother... So, like... It's nice to have spare hard drives. I have a few spares, but it's nothing. I'm not really gonna like upgrade the heck out of this thing. What I would probably do is go like this route. I know they're not the fastest, but these little MSATA to IDEs inside of this thingamajig. If I carefully remove my tape aesthetic here, it's just a standard little adapter doodle. And you have a little NVMe or MSATA, depending on what you buy, adapter. And that plugs into your IDE, and then you have a flash solution. So I'd probably use one of these and a spinning disk, just because then I wouldn't really have to worry as much. I mean, everything will fail one day. But I don't have to worry as much as something like this failing, and then ripping the whole thing apart again. So, yeah. Alright, let's not be as creepy in the chat, please. It's creeping me out. Alright. Next up is this, but I do have a little thing that arrived from my friend Joe. Look at the nice packing he did on this. Eep! And it's none other than your friend and mine, a Blue SCSI version 2 external. How about that? You get yours at jcm-1.com. Again, jcm-1.com. Perfect for pretty much any vintage Macintosh. And I'm going to enjoy this. Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it. That's a lot of K-Pro. All right, so this Newton comes from Sean of Action Retro. And I bought it fair and square, or maybe I swindled him out of it. I don't recall. There were a lot of shenanigans going on at the time. But it's mine now, and he can't have it back. But it is in pretty good shape. We do have the little stylus there. I have never had a 120 model with the stylus that was in good shape. So I'm hoping I could fix one of these. If not, I do have a parts one. So that's that. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna... Oh, I need a little thing to keep the screws in. I'll be right back in 1 second. All right. I have a little container to keep the screws in. Francois, no. All right. We could switch to the above camera for a little bit, I guess. We'll just put this one on me. Wait. We have 100-something people watching. My goodness. Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, please. 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 Oh, I have an unhealthy obsession with Palm Pilots. I bought 2 at VCF and I did not need them. But they're so pretty and small. And then you're like, wait, I need containers to store my Palm Pilots. Now they're not so small anymore. So I know the resolution of this camera pointing down is not the best. But we do have this Newton MessagePad 120. And I'm not going to power it on right away. Because, as I showed before, it has a wee bit of corrosion on the battery terminal. Just a wee bit there, as you can probably see in the corner. I showed a close-up before. I think I saw that article, yeah. And, yeah, we're going to open it up and see if we can make it less sad. How about that? No promises. I've attempted to repair a few Newtons before, with varied success. I resisted that box of Palm Pilots. I was not able to. Looks like a Smurf exploded in there. Oh. Alright, so we have the do not remove battery, which, you know, we're going to have to remove to get the whole thing apart. So, rip. Rip anybody's data that was still on this thing, I suppose. But I think it's actually backed up. Alright, so that's loose. I think it's a non-volatile. Is that the word? Because I've certainly turned on dead Newtons and they've had data in them, but maybe they were later models. But anyway, we're just going to remove all the screws out from here. One's already missing. I blame Sean on that one. Sean, you owe me a screw, man. That screw is missing. I am getting my lawyers involved. Sean probably took one look at this, removed the one screw, is like, you know what? Never mind. I'm done with this. This is too cruddy even for me. No, the rubber feet have been removed from the device. So they no longer exist there. I'll never screw loose. It was a blast hanging out at VCF East and exhibiting with Sean and with Ron and with Mike. And anybody I did see there, thank you. Oh no, the bezel is cracked. It's actually cracked right here. So this moves a bit. Although you probably would never see that if that screw was not secured. If that screw was not in place, rather. When the screw's in place, it's impossible to tell. Newton, exactly, Veronica. How you doing? But VCF was a bunch of fun. I'm still a little hoarse in my voice from it, to be honest. that's not going to unscrew, is it? But I had a blast, and anybody who stopped by and said hello, or anybody I said hello to, or took a sticker from the table, or just wanted to hang out, and we did, and we had a blast. Thank you for participating. I love those events just because of just like saying hi to everyone and just geeking out. Of course, I lugged a few of my Mac clones there, which means I don't have to lug them there again because they sat in my car for a few days and they're heavy. I could see why whoever gave up removing the screw gave up because not happy. It's not happy. Well, Sean did bring some of his curse systems. Very nice curse systems, I must add. There we go. I thought that did it. There we go. He brought his SE30, which is a bit of a legend. I'm very honored to say I recapped that little guy. And a bunch of his other systems, like a modern PC running Haiku, because why not? With a bunch of emulators on there. But if you missed any of that, I did do a recap video on VCF East. Please check that out. Of course, I trimmed my nails, so I can't get that battery out. I think it will come out by itself in a moment. I did not buy the blue-cased Mac because, well, either maybe someone in the chat did. I did see a video by the Tech Knight on YouTube, and somebody grabbed that as soon as the dang doors opened for the consignment area. So, yeah. That was I knew it was Sean's blue Mac. I wasn't going to say anything, but he outed himself, so there you go. That explains the price tag of $1 million. Oh, God, I see green under this case. That's not a good sign. Ugh. When is the recap? After the recap. Oh, there's still a screw there, but that won't come out, though. I mean, it's loose. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. We're just gonna do this gently. I could use the battery cover. I was actually thinking of like trying to 3D print one, but I guess the shape would be weird. I might have a spare for actually, Colin, for the life of me, I don't remember if I bought them or not, but there was that website Shreve Systems. I'm sure you remember them. They would have weird accessories like that, and I think I bought a few back in the day. God knows where the hell they are. But if I do have a parts Newton, I will let you know. Hopefully you just didn't jinx the the condition inside of this poor thing. Oh, God. I always, it's so seldom the time when I open a Newton that it's like, I always forget all the things that you have to do to get it to open, because it's, there's plastic and you don't want to hurt the darn thing. See, I didn't break the screen yet. I do have spudgers, but I also just trimmed my nails, which is not helping me here. Where did I put my spudger? No, that's not a spudger. I'll get one in a second. Just in case. My friends are the best friends in the world. Hey, Steve, can I have that thing? It's not broken yet, but I called dibs. Nope. Watch as Steve breaks priceless history. Oh, I see broken plastic inside of this already, so that's where that screw post went. That's okay. All right, I do see some green. Doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be, so that's good. I bet there's a screw under this battery. Probably not, though. See, I'd like to contradict myself instantly. That's so nobody else has to. That battery ain't going nowhere, is it? There we go. All right. No, there's no screw under there. I'm just an idiot. All right. Well, that's just going to fly out there now, isn't it? There we go. It's coming slowly. Yeah, I know there's a screw below the battery. I got those two out. There is one there. It's not really screwed in. It's just hanging in there, and it doesn't want to come out. So I have a feeling that it's, you know, there might be some broken plastic in there or something. But that doesn't want to come out. And honestly, this side is actually quite loose. It's the upper portion which is not happy right now. But we'll get to that. We're getting there. You know, there are ways of making the Newton talk. I thought you typed swallow the battery. No. That's not a nutritious thing to do. Yeah, this thing, there we go. Come on. I think you have to put, I forget how to do that. I'm used to the the 2000s and the 2100 model, to be brutally honest. I know there's a trick with, at least from what I recall, there's a trick with those switches, but yeah, we'll get there. I'm not in a particular rush or anything, so if anybody else is came to the wrong channel, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's like a plastic clip there. I could feel that one. Okay, we finally got this one. There we go. Now it's coming apart on this side. No, we don't smash things here. Not intentionally, anyway. Alright, so the top is loosening a bit. I do love how the flap of the Newton does have this this little cheat sheet here of like how to use the device. I think that's neat. Is the bottom of the rubber feet whole, flat, or is it rounded? These are rounded, but there's no rubber left in them, sadly. All right, this is the 120 model Newton MessagePad. All right, so we're almost done here. We have this completely separating, as you can see. So now we're just working our way to the other side. And this actually has screws on it. I've never had one of these that were intact. They've always been destroyed. So that's nice, at least. There we go. And there we go on that side. Oh, I had it there for a second. Yep, there's that clip. That's the one I was looking at. And maybe we do have to push this the other way. The rest of it's clear. We just are waiting on that end there. Let me take out the power plastic thingamajig here before we lose that. There we go. Oh, look at this. What? Someone's been in here before. Interesting. Someone has certainly been in here before, at least at a cursory glance here. It's just one clip holding this in. I just don't want to break the plastic here, so I am taking my time. It's a PDA and a puzzle in one! My favorite kids today, the Newton PDA puzzle! Speaking of Shreve Systems, that was a company that was reselling old stuff. And that's where I got my first Newton. They had a Newton MessagePad 130. I think it was something like $40 or $50 or something cheap enough where my parents are like, yeah, okay, whatever. I still have a few of those. I think we got one for my cousin too. He loved the darn thing. It would be funny if this screw is actually holding something in, but it's not coming out. This has been Steve Battles a Newton. No, I mean that's moving enough where that screw shouldn't be a problem. Well, we're just going to keep flexing it gently and see what happens. Again, sorry that the resolution of this top camera isn't the best here. You know, well, I guess I could bring it down slightly. Maybe? Yeah, I guess that's a little bit better. Any of you in the chat ever own a Newton? Let's kill some time here. I mean, ask some questions and engagement. YouTube. Oh, there we go. I don't think I broke anything, but that, yeah, you can see the corrosion there. Oh, Sean, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny, Tony. I'm glad you have one, too. You've never owned a Newton, ever. Well, the speaker's there. And that's where I thought there was a modification done. Forget if that's that might be a ROM upgrade. That's what might be that there. But we have wires running underneath it. It certainly may be a. There's a lot of markings inside of this thing. Well, how much was it, RetroFox? You have to tell us these things so I can buy them. I mean, there's the post for the broken screw. And there's the screw that would not come out, but is still in there and was not causing harm, I guess. So we're going to put that case to the side. That's basically the whole point of my channel. I couldn't really afford any of this crap back in the day either. But now that it's less expensive-ish, maybe, depending on where you look. Alright, so far, this corrosion doesn't look that bad, but I'm going to have to disassemble it further to get a better look at this thing. My dad had a Mac growing up in 1990, June of 1990, when I was just a few years old. We got our first Macintosh. He needed it for work because he did graphic design and all that stuff, and he needed a system where he could take home work without staying in the city. So that's why he got the Macintosh, and that's the machine we grew up with. And the sickness spread from there, I guess you could say. All right, so we'll use this little bin for internal screws here. Well, you know, the good thing about Newtons is they run on batteries. So, and at least the earlier models just use an Apple serial cable, so that's all you need. There's nothing too fancy about it. So this is certainly a ROM upgrade, I would assume. 1994 is the date on it. But I do not see... Yeah, I guess this would just be like whatever was installed. I don't necessarily see, like, you know, chips on the board or whatever. So this might have just been so they could upgrade it in the future. I'm just going to put that over there. What are you pinging me for? I'm right here. I'm not doing anything. Alright, so we have a little lock switch there. Each of these are slightly different to take apart. Let me move my foot here. There we go. And the thing is, you just want to make sure you're not going to strip any screws, because that's not fun. Sorry, OBS is giving me a weird pop-up here. There we go. No, I'm not going to insert ads, YouTube. Stop. Given an H1000 when my dad retired last summer. Oh, that's cool. John, if you're gonna like spam and stuff, you're just gonna be removed from the chat. I don't have any tolerance for really any of that stuff. So that's your one and only warning, pal. All right, so we're gonna just remove some of these screws here. I think we do have to desolder this ribbon here to get to the battery thingamajig. So we might have to warm up the soldering iron for that. But let me start removing a few of these screws here and see if we get some of the boards out of the way to get a better look at this corrosion stuff here. Oh, that doesn't like that. Yeah, the 500 series PowerBook power adapters are 16 volt. So they're a bit of an odd duck. And they have two different 16 volt rails. One is to make the computer turn on, and the other is to charge the battery. That's all right, John. But you just, and anybody just really watching has to understand, I have about 100 people watching right now. There's probably about 30 or so people in the chat, and I cannot really discern who is making a fuss and who is not. So it's just one of those things that you just please don't make me or any of the kind moderators who are attempting to keep peace in my stream question any of what you're doing. Because if they do, they could temporarily mute you or delete previous messages and so on. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so that's loosened a little bit. Oh, there's a little bolt holding this on. Okay, well. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Okay, yeah, here we go. So we have our little infrared area up here. Let's remove these two. A Newton indeed, said Mac 356. So Newton 120. I should really have my tweezers here, shouldn't I? So little plastic pegs. I don't want to snap off. Well, the screw came off, so there you go. Now come off with a screwdriver. Oh, goodness. There we go. All right. Have a screw right next to it there. No, I'm not going to remember where any of these go, probably. But, yeah. An attempt will be made. Most of them are actually, I believe, the same size, if memory serves correctly. Now, we do have a ribbon cable here. I'm going to very carefully unseat that. Because look right there. The ribbon cable's right against a screw post. Ugh. Great job, Apple engineering. Just a stress point right there. Ugh. All right, how many other screws do we have here? Looks like might have to remove, yeah, that. So this is a little speaker guy. Each one of these Newtons is slightly different, so it's always fun to try and figure out what the heck to do. Oh, yeah, here's another little soldered on gift here. So I'm pretty sure I have to desolder that in order to remove this fully. There's a little socket here. Oh, these PCBs are so thin. That might not be a socket. That might just be soldered on. I can't recall. But I might have to desolder these right here. These two guys. Right there. Anyway, computer level the maximum sort all we worked on. At ease is probably what was run if it was a Mac of that age with some of that software designed to keep those kids' fingers out of your system folder. All right, so let's power up the soldering iron here. Hopefully, we can do that. Wait for that to heat up. And I think we have to do both of these, so I'm just going to do both of them. Might as well while I'm here. These are not the right tweezers for the job. These should be fine. And I should actually use my desoldering braid. That would make this a little bit tighter. So there are two blobs of solder here. We're just going to suck that up. And when we're done, we could just replace that with some healthy, fresh solder. All right, so now that most of that is away, I should be able to just squeeze the tweezers onto there. And just heat this enough. There we go. So that ribbon cable is released from its soldery prison. And we'll do the same thing on this side here. Let me get this out of the way. There we go. and my tweezer has stuck to it because it's sticky underneath. All right, let's turn that off for now. Ow. There's some space game on it. Retro Fox, you're going to have to do better than that. Describe the space game. We can help you. Or not. Just be a bunch of idiots attempting to help you. All right, so I believe this board should lift up fairly without too much trouble. I know there's so many layers to these darn things. Okay, yeah, there we go. So now, since that is no longer connected, this is lifting up. We do have to be careful. There are still ribbon cables and such attached, like that one at the top there, and there's a one over here on the side. So let's remove the one at the top first. Be very careful about this. I do not want to rip this. I do not really have spares of this. Just gonna wiggle it back and forth with my fingers, and it's it seems to be wanting to cooperate, but there's this darn screw post right in the way. Thank goodness. All right, so that has been removed because there was two things pinning this down. This only has 4 pins on it, but I don't really want to have to unsolder that, desolder that if I don't have to. But I guess we'll find out. Again, it's been a few years or so, at least, or 2, since I worked on one of these. I would suggest if anyone's trying to figure one of these out, I'm sure there are videos of people much smarter than I am doing this. We have a long cable here that's also attached, because these sort of open like a book, kind of. Once you clear all the, like that port was just stuck there. All right, so yeah, there's a loose cable over here. There's a plastic snap, I'm sure, that's like just hanging into there. Oh, this PCB is so thin too. I bet I'm gonna have to desolder this just to get the darn thing up. Yeah, it's looking like that, unfortunately. Yeah, oh, there's a big old cap there. Well, that's going to be fun. Okay, and there's a little transformer there. A little power transformer of some type. Better not lick that. Okay, so I do think this whole board should... There's a... No, that's not a fan. I was about to say, there's a fan. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Be fun on a bun. Okay, so that cable goes into that system, and this ribbon cable also goes somewhere. So I think I'm going to have to unsolder this ribbon cable here. So let me get a picture of it so I don't forget. Oh, it's dark outside already. Should not be using those tweezers. They're comfortable, but they're not really, they don't really give you the grip you need for this type of work. I'm pretty sure this cable is for the touch input on the Newton. How is this still on there? Oh, there we go. Just some residual stickiness. I didn't touch it. Oh, Gutbomb is apologizing. Gutbomb is one of the moderators. Thank you for clearing that up, Gutbomb. Did not see that. My hands were up here, Bal. Sorry. But what I was saying before rings true. Myself and the moderators do have to try and make split-second decisions on some of this stuff, because we have had issues in the past, unfortunately. So, but we're all humans. We make mistakes. So apologies, but hope you'll stick around. Nothing against you. But we had people go from, hey, how's it going, to find local singles in your area. You know, it's a slow transition there. Whew. I got your IRC joke. Oh man, I used to be on IRC for ages. And then all the servers I used to go to went bye-bye. Alright, so this cable is just soldered on there. I don't know where that goes. Probably to that transformer. We're just going to desolder it there. There we go. If those singles have floppies that need archiving. Remember that Microsoft comic book style IRC client? Oh! See, I never experienced that, but I have seen pictures of it. I have no idea what the hell it was called. Alright, so this, yeah, now this lifts up easier. Kind of, maybe. Hi, Mike. Always so cheerful of you to stop by. Oh, God. Alright. This is like a horrible sandwich. Gotta desolder this now, too? It's like... My goodness. Alright, so this is the main board of the Newton. We could flip that over. We could see the lovely corrosion that happened on the speaker. Look what you did indirectly, Sean. How dare you, sir? How dare you? That's a bit sad. It's a wee bit sad. Alright. Thankfully... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, doesn't look that bad. And then, like, look at all of that. Ugh. I did that directly. Next time, warn me, buddy. Oh, well, looks like we have to tear down the whole thing because this battery carrier is connected to the back plastic. Oh, never mind. This is where the touch input is, I think. No, that's probably where the infrared is. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the LCD screen ribbon. Oh, well, fun just keeps on going on Mac 84, doesn't it? You just gotta... Huh. I'll just put these screws in this corner here. I won't forget about them at all. Thankfully, these appear to be the same size? Question mark? You can't prove anything. It's sort of the way our world works now, isn't it? You can't prove anything. Alright, this is wiggling. Alright, the screen has been lifted. And look at that little blob of corrosion right there. A little happy blob of corrosion on whatever little board this is. That's terrible. Sean, how dare you? I know you did that on purpose. Look at all the corrosion here. Thankfully, this we could clean up, because what essentially happens is there's like this, I forget the term for it, but it's like a slightly metallic or a radio ray. Wow, cannot speak today. Sorry, words. It's a paint or a material that they put on the plastic that makes it slightly conductive, and it gets the goop on it. So squeeze the batteries too hard. Thankfully, the screen looks to be in good shape. There is a lot of crud here, so I'll try and figure out what the heck I can do with that. I don't even know what this is. Just like a ground. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, that's what that is. The other side of the battery terminal. Not sure if we could save that. RFI shielding. Thank you, Mike of Mike's Mess. Brain no good work today. Thank you. But we do have this little thing. Okay, so that is for the touch. Little 4 ribbons there. So that's for the touch of the touch screen. And then we have... No, wait. What the hell am I... Oh, that might be for the backlight? Does this model have backlight? I can't remember. Anyway. We have some cleaning to do. No, more like... I was working way later than I should have today. I'm just hitting this with some isopropyl alcohol. I understand that like some white vinegar or something like that would probably do a better job of this. But I'm just trying to get the basics off at this point. Got the last bit of juice out of the batteries. Yes, unfortunately I am scraping away some of the little labeling there with the date or the name of the company that painted the damn thing. But, I mean, not much you could do about that. So, is this ribbon cable painted? I mean, glued down? No, it doesn't appear to be. Okay. But it is going to be a royal pain in the butt for me, isn't it? John, that's cool. Yahoo chat boosters. Voice chat boosters. No worries, Gutbomb. I have fat-fingered many things in my life. I accidentally hung up on a potential job interview because I pushed something in my pocket, and by the time I got the phone out of my pocket, nobody was calling me anymore, and I didn't understand what happened, and I just ignored it until I got an email the next day. What else happened? I think I canceled a food order once. That was fun. Oh, a little piece of metal flew out. Oh, we'll find out where that goes sometime later. I'm just trying to get this ribbon cable off here so we could clean under it. I never make mistakes myself. I'd lie and say that, but, you know, all of my YouTube history is here for people to see all of my terrible, stupid mistakes. There we go. All right, so the ribbon cable is now free. We can see the extent of this, the horrors within here. Can I remove this button? I kind of want to remove this button here. Although there's kind of this spring mechanism here that I would probably mess up. Yeah, because that's just plastic. That's going to break if I touch it. I'll be honest, I'm not going to go crazy cleaning this thing. I just want to focus on this part. It's the very corroded part. Ooh, that's a hell of a good excuse there, Gutbomb. Oh, that's not bad. I thought it pitted through the metal. But just a nice coating. I'm going to run upstairs and grab some more Q-tips, or cotton swabs, or whatever you want to call them, because I need more to clean this thing. I'm going to put on the Be Right Back music. So grab a drink, go to the bathroom for a little bit, and I will be back in a moment. I go away for a little while and the chat devolves into Linux talk? What is this insanity? I blame you, Sean. John, I think we all have those those people in our lives who love us dearly, but God forbid you take home one more thing, you're a dead man. So I have some distilled white vinegar here. Is that good for getting off corrosion? I always forget, and I ask the question as I dip the Q-tip into there, and we're just going to see what happens here. Better Linux than Windows. Heck yeah. I'm just kidding around. I enjoy Linux too. I just am too stupid to know how to do anything with it. Whatever I seem to use seems to be cleaning it off in a decent way. So we're just going to take our time here. Yeah, so the vinegar will work for the battery area probably best. All right, that makes sense. So just going to take a dab of that. We're going to put it on there. Ooh, look at it fizz. It's angry. Let's hope I don't spill this on the keyboard I have on my tray. That would be bad. Let's see if it removes some of this blue. It does seem to be removing some of that blue. Oh, and I hear it sizzling all right. Oh my goodness. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Yeah, I haven't had to do this for a while. I had a Game Boy that had blue all over it. And that made the vinegar made quick work of that. It's always satisfying. So I remember things and I forget them. Good thing I have kind people in the chat who remember things too, and also forgive me for my horrible mistakes. Like messing with a compact computer for like a month straight, doing content just based on that. But the blue is so pretty. Free blue lollipops. Come to Mac 84's basement. Totally not corrosion. Do not sue. Please don't come here. I mean, you're 9500? I know exactly where it is. At least part of it. The motherboard's over there. You can't see me pointing. The case is over there. Oh, it's leaking blue. You see the puddle? I'm glad you enjoyed my compact misadventures. I have a friend of mine who's a bit of an Apple nut, and he's like, "Yeah, let me know when Compact 84 signs off because I'm more interested in the Mac stuff." And I'm like, "Duly noted." I understand that my focus is tends to be on Apple stuff, hence the name and most of the stuff I grew up with. But you know, there is the fact that I really don't have a heck of a lot of experience compared to my Mac experience with old PCs. So it is an area of interest, and it is something that I do like to explore from time to time if the mood catches me. We currently have a retro PC set up in my living room. Somehow my wife agreed to that. Love you, honey. And, you know, she enjoys playing old games on there. Right now it has Windows XP on there, and we have Peggle and some older games from her childhood on there. But I'd love to, you know, put a hard drive in there with Windows 98 or Windows 95 or DOS or whatever, and just, like, mess around with that. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing with that stuff, but it's fun to explore. I bought a compact from my mother back in 2006, got it home, set it up, started it up, no OS installed. So what did you end up doing? What'd you end up going with? What OS did you install there, John? Or Haiku? Yes, Haiku is an option if you like pain. I mean, Sean is very much into pain, especially Linux pain. So almost all the blue meanies have escaped onto our board here. We actually see some metal there. That's not too horrible. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but it's not that bad. So, poetic pain. PP. Is that what you're saying, Sean? You like PP? Ew. So stupid. The big dumb animal, isn't he, folks? All right, I'm going to get the scalpel out here. Alrighty, let's see if this is... does this piece just come off? Can I just... Yeah, I think if I'm careful enough, I could just remove this whole piece of metal. Yeah. And not have to... Yeah, this is going to be a bit easier, I think, if I just do that. I honestly don't know which direction it goes. If it goes up or down. Because there is kind of a fold here. Nope, that's just corrosion. Chatty's got a knife. He's got a board with a nail in it. This is so disgusting because it's so corroded. I'm just trying to be careful because there's only thin plastic really holding it in. And I'd like to not break any more of the plastic. Unfortunately, the case already had a little bit of a crack in it. Yeah, because there's a little raised bump there. And I'm pretty sure that's so it can't go out this way. But I'm sure this was designed to go in one way. Let's just say that. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you sell property. They just do whatever they want with it. I knew that place, unfortunately, was not going to stay around in its original shape forever. The structure and the bones of that building did not seem like they were long for this world. Which is sad, you know, because there is that nostalgic there for us people who just a few years ago discovered the place, and I'm sure people who have known about it much longer than we did, but than the collective we. But, yeah. At least it wasn't bulldozed with all those goodies inside, huh? All the hardworking volunteers and kind folks who actually gave a damn about that, and it's like, hey, you know what? Let's not e-waste it all. Wow, this metal clip thing is just so corroded and unhappy that it kind of just doesn't want to give up. And I'm tempted to just bend it so I can take it out the other way, but I don't think it's designed to go that way, and I think I'll have more problems. Yeah, lift this up a little bit there, because we're getting too zoomed in here. Oh boy, ow. Sean, did you sell a 2010 iMac at VCF East with Haiku on it? Come on, fess up. It totally seems like something you would do. I want to know who did. It's one of those damn supporters or fans of yours. I think I'm getting there. It's just taking a while. Well, I don't think there's as many warehouses, but there are certainly a lot of people that have a lot of... Well, I should turn my soldering iron off. There's certainly a lot of, collectors who, we don't live forever, unfortunately. And, someone passes and someone goes, what the hell am I going to do with all this junk? And they contact people. Or they put stuff up for sale. So I think there's always those going on. But as far as like huge computer reset type things, yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to see something on that scale anytime soon. But you never know. All right, this is slowly wiggling its way out. There we go. I can feel it coming out. Yay! Oh gosh. All right, so that corroded terminal is now free from the plastic. So now, I guess I could... Hold, please. I want to figure out the best way to do this, because I have this white vinegar, but I don't want to dip the whole thing in there. I do have these screws that go to something. Those go to something as well. I'll just put those in here temporarily. Then we'll put them back. All right, so we're just going to put a little bit of that in here. Very scientific operation here. And we're going to dunk this whole thing. If I get the camera a little bit closer. Oh, sorry, it's a bit wobbly here. And we're going to get this whole thing in here. We're just going to dunk that in, because there's quite a bit of blue on there. And we can watch it fizz away. Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me, if I didn't have a garage or a basement, I'd be screwed. I'd be paying God knows how much to some storage place. I was for the longest time before we moved in here. I was paying a monthly fee. I think it was like $60, and it went up to $70, and then that was a lot of money to me, considering the job I had at the time. And yeah, I was like, well, you know what? This stuff is really, I like it and I want to keep it, but it's a lot of money a month. So I did move all the crap into my garage, and then the next week, I figured out the garage from the place that we were renting leaks. That was fun. So we got a whole bunch of wet crap in the garage from all the possessions that were previously not wet. Underneath this corrosion is rust. But it seems to be coming off okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to agitate this a little bit. I'm going to run upstairs, get a bottle of water, and I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. And we'll see if this has improved somewhat. Be right back. Sorry about that. The missus came home just as I was getting ready to come back downstairs. Uh-oh, Sean has weird videos. Of course he does. Alright, let's see how this... Oh, this cleaned up actually pretty good. That was just for a few minutes there. Very, very nice. Very nice. Still rusty, but... I mean, I bet it's still ish okay. Let's see if we get any shiny bits. I mean, what is under... Is this just rust or is this just copper? I don't know. I really could not tell you. Well, I'm going to guess it's rust because it's giving me a rust color all over the paper towel. So yeah, that is rust. I would wager, based on the moisture and the corrosion that was on this. But all we need this to do is pass voltage, right? I'm not going to... I don't have a replacement bit for this, unfortunately, but hopefully it'll be good enough to at least not corrode this poor little Newton anymore. Speaking of corrosion, just going to let that sit there in the plastic. No, I don't take sledgehammers to undeserving computers. That's probably too much. There goes a little infrared window. No, only sledgehammer to cruddy compacts. I think they will, John. I think they will. Sorry if the scraping sound is too intense for headphone users or other folks. I understand. I'm sorry, but I do have to scrape it. I do have to clean it. That's part of the cleaning. Is unhappy sounds sometimes. So, apologies. We are getting most of the blue out of here. I don't have to get every spot off of this thing, but I would like to get the majority off of it. So. It's not like I'm restoring this for a client. It's not going in a museum or anything like that, but it would be nice to try and clean this up a little bit. Gunk ASMR. Oh, God. Remember when I used to do those basement cleaning streams? I need to do one of those in the garage. I think I'm getting the layer of paint removed from below. Whoop. Well, that's how that comes off. From below the gunk here. Alright, so there are two little pieces of metal here that make up how that spring functioned. I'm going to place them right there, and hopefully we can figure out how that goes back together. There we go. Have I ever gone Office Space on old tech? Yes. And I kind of instantly regretted it. I was stupid. I was in high school. My brother had this. So a friend of mine in high school knew this recycling place, and for whatever reason, the day we went, I think there was a 7100 or a Sentra 650. And there were a few old PCs, and he just let me take whatever. I just think the security guard wasn't there that day, or whatever the case may be. But we just took the machines home. And I gave one of the machines to my brother, my older brother. And then a few months later, or however long later, that friend made a video smashing the heck out of a Macintosh Performa 630, or something like that. And just, like, literally hitting it with a hammer. And write, silly things on it and just, like, beat the crap out of it. And so I thought, I'm going to get you. And I took the PC that my brother was using at the time, and I beat it to hell with a shovel and a hammer. And of course, you filmed these things because you're in high school and you have access to a camera, so why not? And let's just say my older brother was not too pleased with that stupid decision. And, yeah. I think the computer... No, I don't think it worked after that. I think I just threw it out. I don't know. This was a very long time ago. Those things were absolutely worthless. It was already beat up and like sent to be recycled. So, can't cry about it too much. But I regret doing that because first off, my brother was pissed off. I would be too. And somehow I survived. But I guess my comeuppance was supporting his computer for the rest of my days. So. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Oh, but this it's a little bit of both. I mean, there's a lot of blue, like a lot. Like, do you like blue corrosion? Courtesy of Mr. Action Retro himself. I mean, this is rare corrosion here. I could bottle this up and make $10 whole, I bet. The Newton owes him money. Pretty much. Yeah, this is how the night is going. Yeah, I don't believe in breaking things just for laughs anymore. Obviously, if something was already broken beyond repair, like a CRT was necked or something horrible like that, and I needed to film a special effect or something, yeah, something I guess could be sacrificed. But you know what? You own it. It's your thing. I would much rather see this stuff preserved than exploded. But, possession is 9/10 of the law. And I completely understand when people find something out in the street and they do whatever they want with it. And that's just what they do. But that's just not me. That's not what I do. Blue Corrosion was the name of the band I was in high school. I hope that is true, John. I hope that is true. Oh, yeah, the Will It Blend, especially when they had like an iPad or a phone. I understand you bought the damn thing, but also it's like, I mean, not to get like crazy hippie here, but the environment, you're just destroying these. I'm sure they recycled the guts of it, but like, I don't know, some kid could have used that iPad. It could have been helpful or so. Whatever. Whatever. It's not, I didn't do it. Don't breathe that. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I think that's as much blue as we're going to get off of that thing. At least the front doesn't look too bad. There we go. So I'm going to put that to the side where I will hopefully not lose it. And, yeah, so the other blue part was this little thing. And I say the word thing because I was working way too late today. And brain no function well good after many hour work exceed. So, apologies if I'm a blabbering idiot tonight more than usual. Because there is the regular Steve babbling idiot. And then there is Friday Steve. Excuse me. Babbling idiot. So I'm just curious if this still is conductive. Yeah, look at that. So I think if we do just put this back into the Newton, it'll still work. Might not be the prettiest thing, but the battery will be connected. So there you go. Yes, but not to the degree I am tonight, Mike. There's a very gradual difference there. Delicious leaded solder. I'll just try and dry that off a little bit. Oh, look, the cable fell off. Well, that's to be expected. Yeah, that solder had to be removed anyway. Speaking of which, let's turn the soldering iron back on. And I'm going to use my wire strippers here just to hold this thing. So I can just clean that. See, Retrotech or Die knows. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Oh, gosh. The solder is so crusty, it's gonna take some convincing to melt, I reckon. Yeah, why don't you just touch something directly, Stephen, that just touched your 400 degrees Celsius soldering iron. Very smart. Very, very smart. I don't necessarily... See, I know the conundrum here, K-Mac, is I'm going to say no, and then like in a year I'm going to regret that I said no, but I can't think of a specific part that I need that you would want to discard, if that makes sense. But let me think about it, please. Alright, so we got some of that old solder off. Alright, so let's get the remainder of this off. Hey, Eric. Oh, boy. Speaking of losing things, we have this little cable. I guess we could use our wire stripper that we were just using to hold that thing. Instead of using our teeth, the dentist probably doesn't like me doing that. And this one tooth you have here, Stephen, is very sharp. What are you doing? I strip wires with it. Why are you getting that drill? No. Mike, you don't have to do that, you silly goose. Thank you very much for the super chat. Eep! Speak gooder. That's my kind of English. Oh, boy. Thank you very much for the super chat, Mike. If you're not subscribed to Mike's Mess, and you enjoy the same type of, let's just say, questionable decisions that a lot of us make with retro computers, Mike and his menagerie of cats, I think, is something that you would enjoy. Subscribe to Mike's Mess. Bruce, about time! Jeez, cheese and crackers. You missed all the corrosion. This was solid blue. Now it's shiny. Chook Master Bruce. You better have a good excuse for that, Bruce. This is the battery terminal for a Newton 120 that came out of Sean's destructive hands. And we don't know if it works, but by golly, we're going to try and see if it does. So now I'm on the other side of you seeing the other side of... I didn't get the YouTube notification. No, that didn't make any sense, but I'm going to try. All right, so let's try and put this thing back together then. So we did get some relief here from the battery connector not being too bad. So we're going to try and put that back on. And there is still a bit of that blue nastiness on the plastic. So I'm going to just try and just squeeze that out, because there's like a little fold. Yeah, look at that blue. There's a little fold there. And I'm just trying to get as many bits as I can out of there. Yeah, the Drexel Mac. My friend Brian was quoted in an article about that. So if you do a search for Drexel Mac, there's probably a news article from about a month or so ago that goes into some detail. Very neat. It's just your standard Macintosh, but it has a little different insignia on the front. So I thought that was pretty neat. Alright, I'm going to say, whoopsies, as I spill liquid everywhere. I'm going to say that's pretty much as good as we're going to get it for now. Put a Raspberry Pi. See, there's only a light smattering of corrosion elsewhere. So I think we're going to be okay. Alright, so let's try and figure out how the hell to put this thing back together. Oh, wait, no, we have more blue. Who likes that show Bluey? Because we got a lot of blue. Holy crap, there's more on this side. Ugh. Action Retro! Let's see. I was just making a little spot for this. It did, Bruce. It worked fine. It actually worked very good. The person only had 17 megabytes of free disk space, but they also had LimeWire installed, which was a file sharing app. And let's just say I think the hard drive was full of that stuff, and we had to be very careful with what we clicked on because of that stuff. So, yeah. But the system booted up fine. DVD drive is a little sus, but all things considered, not bad for 45 wing wangs. Yes, I thought you would, Bruce, but I also was not aware if that was like a local thing here, and there was like maybe one with a different name in your neck of the woods. I always make the assumption a lot of these days, like, oh yeah, you must have had that, right? You know, of somebody else. Let's just say there was some questionable content by some of the names on that. So what has happened here is this RF shielding here on the that's been painted on to the bottom has gotten a bit of corrosion because of all that battery fun that happened on that one terminal. So we are doing our best to clean the majority of this crap out, and we are sure taking that layer of RF shielding off as we do, as one does. It's the nature of the beast. You know, the big joke of LimeWire was everyone would download LimeWire to download LimeWire Pro. That's just, you know, I guess if you're a program that is meant for downloading, let's say, dubiously acquired goods, and then you try and sell something, you should not be surprised if people are giving free access to that thing you are trying to sell. Alright, that's looking much better. I don't think this is really going to spread. It's just the paint on the underside. I'm going to try and just get some into that corner there. Yes, I remember we had Maxter. We did not have Napster. We had the Mac version called Maxter. RF shielding is for losers. Oh, boy. All right. Well, this was painted April 1st, 1995. So that little label says there. All right. So let that just dry this a little bit. Yeah, I didn't remember. I remember downloading a bunch of MIDIs from like the games or the video games section of AOL or wherever it was loosely like organized into. I remember downloading a lot of Nintendo 64 type stuff because it was, it was just, oh, even these rubber pads have some crud on it. Because it was like, the fastest download you could get was a MIDI. It was only like, it would take you a minute or two to download a MIDI file. And it was, it was just as good as an MP3. Because I didn't know what an MP3 was, and it probably didn't exist when I was downloading stuff from AOL. If it did, I didn't know about it. Oh yeah, that's some goop. Just trying to get as much as I can off of this thing. Yes, Veronica explains, our wedding website is like that. Unfortunately, we also had a guest book. And by unfortunately, I mean it was an old-style guest book. And there was a 800 megabyte text file from all the spam we had to take down our guest book. We did save it before I removed it. But that was fun, trying to download like a nearly 1 gigabyte file from an FTP site from my host. Fun times. Alright, I think that's going to pretty much do it there. So let's get back to trying to fix this. So I'm going to throw out this and all this crud here. Oh, we need that ribbon cable. Don't throw that out. They were not gut bomb, but they were close to it. All right, let me get some paper towels. Where would I find that? Hold on. Alrighty. All 96 of you watching, hello. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it gives me virtual YouTube points. Holy crap, the tripod fell off. Oh boy, hold on. There we go. That's what happens when you're sort of janking everything up here, and nothing is really as secure as it seems. Yeah, smash that like button. Oh, God. Yes, Justin. Exactly. How's it going, Justin? All right, let's tilt this a little bit back this way. Whole tripod. At least I didn't have like a neck board of a compact Mac or something. That would have been sad. I'm getting dizzy now. Yeah, no more waffles of that variety. All right, so let's put this back down here. Now I have to figure out how to reassemble this little mechanism here that was kind of just spring activated based on plastic and 2 bent pieces of metal. And boy, that is flimsy. Oh, ooh, it just snapped right back in. How about that? All right, so let's get these little metal clip/spring dealies. And I believe, yeah, they go there. At least one of them did. I should have taken a photo, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, the width of it is suspiciously the same size. So if I would push in on this, I think one goes there and the other goes here. Yep, that seems to work. So there, it's hard to see, so I'll zoom in here by physically bringing it closer to the camera. Sorry, I don't have a good camera here, folks. That's how it should be. I mostly love your Macintosh Plus videos. Me? What'd I do? Yes. The one video I did? Like back in 2018? Thank you. And I did some live streams, I'm sure. Alright, so The only other thing I have to put through here is this ribbon cable, which has a little bit of crud on there. Let's test the continuity of that, shall we? Where's our beepy beep beep machine? Steve is mostly awesome. Yeah, just that 10% of him that just drives me up the wall. But, you know, mostly he's fine. Let's just make sure there's nothing that we have to manually fix here before we button this back up. Ah, poopy. I could really use a third hand right now. Thank goodness. All right, so we don't have to worry about that. At least 78%. Oh, come on. We can't get 84%? The hell's wrong with all of you? All right, so I'm going to slide this under the button mechanism here. Here we go. I believe that's how it goes. This ribbon cable has holes in it, so you have to sort of move it in a weird way, and yet snapped into place. And I apologize, my voice has still not 100% recovered from yelling over the crowds at VCF East. Excuse me, so I'm a little hoarse here and there. Apologies. 83.986. So glad there's so much love here. You really, really feel the love. Really. All right. Let's take a look to see if there's any other sad corrosion. There is not. So let's put this back. Nope, wrong way. Oh, you idiot. That would have sucked. All right. So that is back there. The rest of this seems to be okay. There's just some alcohol or crud on here, so let's just wipe that away. Perfecto. All right. Damn it, Sean. So stupid. Oh, God. What is wrong with us? I mean the collective us. Sean's included. I'm sure our wives will have some pretty choice words. I've got a list. Let's put these screws back before I forget where they go, huh? I think this one goes there. Sure looks like it does. Excellent. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Why are you making those noises? You should just go in there happily. Does this snap back down? Yes. Alright, cool. 99 viewers or 100 viewers or however many, thank you very much for tuning in. Please consider liking and subscribing to the thingamajig if you haven't already done the thingy with the dealie. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. There's a bunch of other screws here. Do not remember where they go, but we'll I think we'll find out eventually. That's right, there are capacitors on this thing. Oh, lordy. Well, we have these 22010s. Got a pair of them there. And they don't necessarily look... I mean, there's crud. I don't know if that's... I think that's just flux. Yeah, that's just flux. That's all that is. But we can clean that up a little bit. Consider liking it. Look, this is as best it gets, folks. I'm sorry. All right. I mean, he should be okay. Let's just hope for the best here, huh? I just see tantalums on this one. I don't see the horrid hiding capacitors that look like tantalums, but they're not. At least not yet. I don't see any of those yet on here. So we might be okay. We just might be okay. Screws go in the holes. Even I know that. Oh, Sean. Alrighty. So let's turn the soldering iron back on again. And just going to clean up a little bit here where I had to desolder these connectors. Because there's a lot of crusty flux there. And I would like to start off without some crust for a change. We can make things crusty ourselves later, but I was about to say, I would like to have a nice working Newton, and then thinking about this in my luck here, I'd put this thing back all together, we'd button it up, and it would be not happy. So. All right. I think that's going to be okay for now. These little PCBs are so thin. My goodness. All right, so I believe the black cable went to this one, and the red cable went to this one there. I could be wrong, but I guess we'll find out if we do it the wrong way, huh? Oh, sorry. I know Bruce hates when I do that. All right, so what parts do we have here that I'm not sure where they go? We have that little... Oh, no, that goes there once that's installed. Okay, so I have that. All right, so I guess... Oh, that's right, the speaker. I want to just clean up the speaker a little bit because there's a lot of rust and crud there. And I want to be careful here because I know speakers are sensitive. But because there was a ground lead going to the speaker, the tin of the speaker, it got all cruddy with this horrible blue corrosion goop as well, which is a pain in the butt to clean off. But I think I'm getting most of it. Who knows if the speaker will survive, but at least it'll be looking a little bit better, huh? And this is all because the Newton had fax capabilities, folks. So I need the speaker, because your Newton could go into a speakerphone mode. Your important fax business. Serious fax business. All right, we're going to have to get some of the old solder off of there too. Just to make it a little bit easier to put everything back on correctly, because we've been through enough already. All right. It's looking a bit better. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. You can set faxes. Well, this is my Newton. I stole it fair and square. Oh, we're going to have to put this stupid ribbon cable back in very carefully, aren't we? Because Apple decided to put a screw post right by it. All right, there we go. Now we do have to move this ribbon cable up here. Yeah, how the hell did, I guess this just came under it? I don't remember. I'm going to assume it just went under here. Maybe? Did it come like this? And they'll go down and around? I mean, that looks like maybe that's what it did. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Sean, did you ever try and power this thing on? I'm going to assume no. I took one picture. Oh, boy. You already removed that. Wait, no. Oh, no, that red cable goes somewhere else. So where the hell did that little blob come from? Interesting. All right, cool. Well, we don't have to worry about that, I guess, because the red cable goes here. Well, I almost made a kablamo, I guess. That would have been bad. Joke's on you. It works just fine. You could have told me that 7 hours ago. All right. There we go. That popped down like that. This little guy curved around like that. Let's put a little dab of flux there for good measure. I should actually whip out the microscope. Oh, that's stuck. What happened? What did I do? What did I do to you? Sorry for the squeaking noises that are inevitable. Oh, there we go. That ain't good. Oh, boy. Ah, yes. When the microscope just does not want to connect anymore. There we go. How about that? And we have to put that back on. There. Whoops. Wrong one. What the hell? Where's the thing that's supposed to be? There we go. Now you have to look at my face now too. The ultrasonic, let her rip. Hey, look, part of the screen got delaminated. Oh boy. Oh, wrong way. Sorry, folks. Give me a second here. Oh, where'd the thing go? Oh, there. Yes, that's a bit yucky, but we could clean that up. Forget our kablamo talk. Nice. Oh boy. All right, so let's just try and get this back to where it was supposed to be sitting. Come on, the whole reason why I bought these tweezers is so I don't have to hold the thing in. I could just focus on arranging it. Alright. Whoopsie doodle. Just make sure that that is not like floating. It doesn't look like it is, but... Yep. Come back here. Thank you. Stay. That's the hard part. It's like, you know, wires have their own elasticity and mine of their own. Yeah, that should be fine. Logic and common sense have no place within these walls, as my old boss used to say about my old office. I know it's just flux, but if we could tidy it up a little bit, why not? Alrighty. We have some more soldering to do. So this black lead here goes to that little blob, and this goes to that. Just clean up some of the old flux and junk there, if we can. So that basically goes like that. All right. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's not exactly how I wanted it there, but let's try again without ripping anything. Oh yeah, you can see how that's like just like worn away there. There's some pitting and corrosion there because of corrosion. It does still seem to be connected. Oh god, why did I have to look at it under the microscope? I could have been blissfully unaware. I guess I could always run a trace if I have to. Sorry. I always forget my microscope has a bit wider view than the camera connected to it actually does. Hey, right, how's it going? That not pretty. Well, yeah. Yeah. Let's just say there was a reason that Sean just let me have this Newton. This is like, ugh. Oh, come on. Sometimes these cables just do not want to cooperate. Sorry, I know we're slightly out of focus here. I apologize. Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, I know John's been threatening to go to one of them for a while. I think there's one in Georgia that they sporadically have, but I'm not sure how often that actually takes place. I've never been, or South Florida or somewhere around those parts, but he has mentioned it before. All right, so now we have this 4-pin connector, which was like seated in a very interesting way. Like, it wasn't just fed over, it was like bent in a way, like sort of like that. Like it was like folded over for reasons. So thankfully, there are just 4 pins here. But they did get a bit stuck on the plastic. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the Kapton tape under it, just so nothing shorts out. Someplace in Atlanta, okay. Because the last thing I want to do is give something a reason to short out. So let's just put this... Sorry, I had to do this with my own eyes. Let me look on you with my own eyes. There we go. Just so we're not risking anything touching anything it shouldn't be touching. And more soldering it is. Let me just try and pin down, tack down rather, one of these pins. Yeah, see it melts the plastic of the connector pretty quickly. That's probably just because of the heat I have my soldering iron set to. So it's probably my own damn fault, but be warned, if you're, doing this, you might want to lower the heat of your soldering iron. Mine's currently a little bit upwards of 400 degrees, but I sort of prefer it at this heat. Like, it allows me to get things hot, get things in and out real quick, and get all the solder where it's supposed to be and melted without too much fuss. Just want to touch up this one a bit. This one there too. Might as well reflow that one now that we're holding it steady. Come on. There we go. So those should be okay. It's a common thread here. Oh, that should be okay. Oh, that should be okay. And then nothing works. Alright. So we swap this over here. Now we have this little... Oh, this actually came from the other... Ah, crap. Okay, well, we have to feed this around the other way, because this cable actually came... You can't see it. Where's my thumb? There it is. This cable actually came out of this little piece here, but I have it just going through the other side. Hopefully I could still lift it up enough. So, yeah, I think I could do that with my tweezers. As long as these tweezers don't rip the dang ribbon cable. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay, there we go. All right. Whew. Crisis averted, maybe, kind of, sort of. So that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go over that, not from the top. I know. I can't be logical. It doesn't make any sense. I've been warned before. My mom had a Star Trek pin I found as part of her belongings, and it said highly illogical. I love that pin. I think I pushed that a little too... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sean comes and goes. He's probably filming some shenanigans of some kind. Yeah, so there's the broken screw post, and I could see why it was broken, because there's really not much to hold it in place if it were to be dropped or something like that. Arrange this in such a way, because the plastic is kind of turned, but I can see by the corrosion where it sits. Oh, perfect. All right. Yeah, we'll just leave that like that, and I'm going to replace that tape with some fresh tape. Maybe. That's another check I have to make out to Mr. Retro there. Alrighty. Gosh, Newtons are fun, aren't they? Okay, so I think we're almost there. I just have a bunch of screws to put back on. Fun times. That's a lot more screws than I remember. Ah, poopy. Well, back to the above cam. Hopefully that's it for soldering right now. But, yeah, I need to tape down this red cable, I suppose. Like that, maybe? Kind of, sort of? Where's the Kapton tape? I keep taking it and then moving it. Good cases and all. That is an offer I cannot refuse, sir. Because I have one with the sad front case and the sad top and such. If you ever make it to wherever you can make it, we'll happily accept your e-waste. I mean, donations. That's very kind of you. How does this go in? Does this go in the other way? I guess so. Neat. All right, we have 5 more screws. Nice. I always love the AV stuff. All right, so this piece here goes like this. And I believe that just puts tension on the IRDA cable, or IR cable, whatever version it is for this thing. And I just want to make sure that I'm not putting this in the wrong way. I guess not. I mean, because there's a little divot that goes up, and there's a divot that goes down. And there are 2 types of screws. Let's play the guessing game, because I didn't organize them, because I'm an idiot, of which go where. So, yeah. Let's see. Is it one of the more coarse screws? Or is it one of the more non-coarse screws? Let's see which one fits in better. Well, whichever one did fit in better, I probably screwed it up because now the other one. I'm going to say the less coarse screws. Let's do those. Huh? Alright, so we have a few more screws here. And I forget which order we took them out of. Boy. So 1, 2... Oh, gee, I should really have just kept this organized. What's all this then? I don't know! I don't know. Alright, so I have 3 screws here that I believe go in... Because these are all, I think... Yeah, those are all for the top case. So let's look at the pieces of plastic we have left here. We have this, which we have... So if this were to go back on, we have a screw that goes there. We have a screw that goes there and the corners. So those are covered. So we have 3 screws that... 2 go up top, but those go through the case here. So we don't have to worry about those. Oh, maybe I forgot them from somewhere else. Unless, yeah, that's broken plastic. Oh no, yeah, there's, okay, so there's one that goes here. And we'll assume that's the long one because it's the lone man out here, the odd man out here. Me screwing up my words again. Okay, so now we're just missing 2. Yay! Alright, and let's count here. So those are the 3 case screws. 1, 2, 3, because we're missing 1. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, shoot. Where could these screws go? Oh, I see where they go. I see where they go. They go right up at the top here. At least I thought they did a moment ago. Let's refer to the back case because those screw holes... Nope. Yeah, so those certainly... Well, if they don't go there, then I know which screws I messed up with which go where. Because if these don't go in here... Yeah, those I don't think go in there. So we do have to swap these up here. Believe these go over there. Or not. I mean, what the heck, man? Do screws even go there? Jeez, I'm crackers. What's going on here? Well... Where there's a whip, there's a way. So, we'll just see what happens here. Those screw holes certainly look smaller. And it's my own Newton, so I wasn't really keeping track of it because I'm an idiot. Alright, cool. Exactly. When I get it completely back together, then I'll figure it all out. Speaking of completely back together, I think it's assembled enough where I could try and turn the darn thing on to see if we get any power from it. Now, I do have a power adapter, so I can just plug it in and bypass all this battery garbage, which is probably what I'm going to do. So... let's move that out of the way. Let's grab this power adapter that's been collecting dust on my desk for some time. This is a 9-watt power adapter there. 7.5 volts, 1.2 amps. And let's make sure we get a good view of this thing. Excuse me. Like I said, my throat has not fully recovered from the insanity that is VCF. That is a good thing, but also a bad thing. Because the show was great, but me throat hurt. Me no talk good. Alright, and we did remove the stylus. There it is. Alright, moment of the truth, folks. We're going to plug it in, and then the power switch is that guy on the left. So from what I recall, you have to like hold the switch for a second. I thought I saw something on the screen. Oh, I saw a line. I saw a line for a brief moment, so we had some sort of... There we go! Newton 1.3. Yay! Look at that. Hopefully I reconnected the touchscreen correctly. Oh, got a lot of scribbles on there. We have an app called Soup Fixer. Run this program to check your Pocket Quicken wallet. And then we have Notion. What is Notion? Opening current list. Notion by Eidetic. E-I-D-E-T-I-C. Copyright 1994. Oh, there's a list. Live work, bathroom full tub, kitchen full, rent stabilized, leased, renovation, painting, repairs, quiet, landlord wear, deposit fee, sun exposure, building quality, apartment list. Very cool. All right, so this works. Let's unplug it. Very cool. Sean, we fixed it. Yay. Now chuck it. Oh my goodness. All right, that's exciting. Now, I do have a bunch of little bits I got to still put back together. So we're not out of the woods fully yet. There's some chance for screwing up still. All right, let's take our time a little bit here because I do have a few cosmetic things to fix up. But it lives! It's alive! Which is great because I always wanted a Newton 120 that wasn't broken. Now I have one. Yeah, I don't think this one does backlight, but I could also be mistaken. I believe it doesn't. Because the 130 I think did. I think that was the big difference. This rubber thing just had a lot of crud on it. Reboot a Galaxy class starship with that thing. Oh boy. Alright. So I'm gonna slide this little cover deal in there. Now the fun part is going to, I mean, this plastic is broken here, unfortunately, right here where my finger is. That's broken. But I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. All right. So here's the slider switch that sits here. I just have to figure out the exact way it goes. These are always fun puzzles to figure out. Yeah, so there's no spring. The button just acts as the spring. So that's good. Now the infrared window goes up top because there's actually a reflection there. See that little shiny bit? I think that's where that goes. And that sort of slides in an angle. Nope, wrong angle. Goes the other way. Yay! Okay, that looks good. Alright, now we have the little battery door that goes last. This metal tab, I don't know where the hell this came out, to be brutally honest with you. This little thing, really don't know, but I guess it's not mission critical. Oops. Oop the daisy. I did unscrew this. Oh, is that just held on by little nuts? Yes, it is. So, I guess I should... That button fell off. I guess I should, like, retighten this before I button this little thing up again. I didn't really get the other one tight. Yeah, that's not going to be, I can't reach that one, but, oh well. It's for display only. Alright. Okay, so now I think what I can do is put this back on, because all of the screw holes line up to here. This is broken, which explains why that screw was missing, but the rest should be okay, as long as I align everything properly, I think. This has to... Hold on, I gotta make sure that this little rubber guide thing is lined up too. So I don't want to have to do this again. Yeah, I mean that corner is always going to be, I think, a little bit lifting up because that screw is completely gone there, and whatever hope that held that in is long gone. But we can tell where the screws go because they have a little brownish tint to them, and that's because they had crud in them. Let me see if I can clean that up a little bit. Just to make it easier for us to put this back together. Wrong screw bit. So this is not 100% snapped together, but I'm going to just put in all the screws and we'll see how lucky we get. Don't want to over tighten anything and break any plastics, because we've already done plenty of that. All right, and so now we have 4 short screws and 1 long screw. Okay, I think the long screw goes here. Which it does. And then these little short screws screw into the back here. I think we're almost tidied up here. What time is it? It's 10:14. My goodness. Okay, that does not need a lot of turning there, because that's, I think, just holding things in place. And we just have this one screwed here. Let's test the voltage of this battery. I am curious. This is the button battery that came with the Newton. And which side is positive? This side is. Just out of curiosity, we have 0.57 volts. So we will not be reinstalling that battery because it is dead, and there's no sense in reinstalling a dead battery just for the sake of it. But I will put the little plate back on. So we don't lose it. And I have some button cells upstairs. I'm really not going to install one because I don't really feel the need for it at this moment in time. Maybe if I'm filming a video with it or I'm playing with it, I will. But for now, I think it's okay. I have some little leftover corrosive junk bits there. I do have that plastic. There it is. And the PC card slot dummy cover. And let's see if this latch still works. Yep, good as it ever did. There we go. Oh man. Alright, let's see if this power switch wants to cooperate. Let's get our... No, that's the PowerBook power adapter. We certainly don't want to plug that into our Newton. I have to repair it in a whole different way. Alright. So the power switch is on this side. There we go. Sprang to life. Hey, look at that. Let's see if we can get this a little bit closer without breaking things. There we go. Yeah, so this takes a little bit to start up. All right, so that started up. 1 second here. Yeah, so this model does not have a backlight. So that's interesting. But the 130 model did. So that's good. Yeah, so these are PCMCIA cards. I do have a modem that would fit in here. I do have flash memory that'll fit in there. The Newton 2100 model, or the 2000 and 2100 model, have 2 slots. This one just has the 1. But let's see. We have some notes that this person put here. I mean, basically the Newton is a glorified notepad. There are some tricks to it, but in the early model, that's essentially what it was. So I could go up and down my notes here. Okay. These don't want to work. They did before. Gosh darn it. What did I do wrong? Well, crap. Oh, wait. There it goes. I'll try and reconstruct that little face there. Why so blue? There, he's a little happier now. Let's give him a nose. Give him some teeth there. Let's see. Give him some hair on the side. Fill out his cheeks a bit more. Give him a bit of a beard. Hey, look, it's me! Eep. Oh boy. Too much fun. Yeah, I think it's just a bit slow. Come on, baby. Yeah, something's maybe a bit funky on it, but not too bad. For something that wasn't working at all. Oh boy. Alright, so some fun things about the Newton. If I tap the assist button and I said, please call Sean Lay Fiend. Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted you to do there, buddy. And it didn't recognize that as a scribble out. So let's try again. Call Sean Cal I Fear. Nope. This is really not happy. Eat up, Varda. Call Fiend. Damn it. Let me help it out here. Let me go to names. Let's put a new name in here. Gosh, the first version is so slow. the 2000 and the 2100 models are actually pretty usable. They and their handwriting recognition is pretty good. I think there must be, I think there's something that's like pushing against it, that it thinks it's waiting for an input. I don't know. I'm making excuses for the poor old thing. Might have to just clean the contacts of how it connects to the touch screen and such, because it is working. It's just finicky. I mean, they get a bad rap because the original models did have handwriting issues and so on, but really, honestly, by the later model, it worked pretty good. You know, you had to adjust your handwriting a little bit, but it was much better. This is just, look at this. It's just like not happy right now. It's sad. It's very sad. But we did fix it. We did get it to work again. We did get it to work again. Oh, I get it, because the apple fell on his head. Oh boy. Yeah, it never had Newton freeze up like this. Well, you have to remember when these came out. The Palm Pilot, you know, look at the history of when these products came out. In fact, let's do that together, because my memory is as poor as anyone else's. So the MessagePad 120. So the original MessagePad came out in 1993. The original Palm Pilot, the professional model, came out in 1996. So, you know, well, let's see, the professional one, this is model, blah, 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 1997. Yeah, so three-year difference. And they, with the Newton, I think, you know, it was right before the internet. If you watch the movie Love Notes to Newton, it sort of spells us out. I'm going to unplug this or just turn it off. You know, it was trying to do a lot before the internet, and then that made a funny noise. When the internet came out, they made like a Newton connection pack to try and, like, you know, connect it to the internet via a modem. No, I don't want to completely erase the data. But, you know, it was just the timing of it. It just, you know, came out at the wrong time. But I think it's a really neat product. I really do. Apparently that For All Mankind Apple series on Apple TV Plus, they use a color Newton because it's like an alternate timeline type thing. I think that's neat. But yeah, this is running Newton Software 1.3 with a copyright date of 1994. So this that ROM that was attached to it probably was a slightly updated version. Let me see if this gives me the full history of the 120 with the MessagePad 120 Newton OS 2.0. The Newton keyboard became available. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know there was some type of upgrade path, but I think like basically software updates. Oh, here we go. MessagePad 120 introduced October 1994 in Germany and January 1995 in the US. Discontinued June 1996. 4 megabytes of memory, of ROM rather, or 8 megabytes if you had the OS 2 update. Now, I think this is the 1.3, so this is the older update, and that's a physical ROM there. We have system memory. We have 640-ish K of DRAM, and user storage is 385K on the original versus 1361K on the upgraded version. So there you go. So yeah, this could run 2.0, but I guess you would need a ROM upgrade for that. But it does have local talk and serial and infrared, which is pretty neat. But yeah. Yeah, Magic App is pretty cool. I do have one of those devices. I need to make a video about that. But no, this version does not have the lighted screen. The 130 and other models do have the backlight, but this one does not. But we did fix it, so I am pretty satisfied. I mean, there's some minor things here. It won't close all the way because that screw post was destroyed before I opened it. I think we can remove the tape here that says cursed. Because it's no longer cursed, baby. But I will put that under the battery door because then I'll remember which one this is. Oh, boy. Otherwise, I'll be like, well, wait, is this the broken one or not? So, no, I'll remember. That's very cool. I'm very happy to have a working one because I did pick up a parts one a while back, but it was too far gone. It just, like, it wouldn't turn on. There were probably caps issues or anything like that. But, I mean, the corrosion was pretty bad on this one, but even this one we were able to save. So I'm happy about that. I also love how the stylus just goes in there. Just fits right in there. It doesn't come out. That's cool. My goodness. My goodness. But it can print. Of course it can print. Oh, the image writer is still upstairs from VCF. And unfortunately, this Newton and the Newtons cannot print to the image writer. They can print to a style writer, but they never had the driver implemented by Apple to print to the image writer. You can print to laser writers, though, and you can also print via infrared, which I tried out like 5 years ago. I bought a printer accessory, plugged into my printer, my HP printer, nothing. Didn't even detect it. But I have another one. I just have not gotten a chance to test it in like 5 years. But, yeah. Yeah, it's, it works. So, I like it. It matches my shirt. It's a green. So, there you go. Oh, no. My fans aren't stupid enough to believe that hogwash. There's plenty of image writers in this house. Too many. But that's the working one. Because that's the one I brought to VCF. Because I wasn't going to lug a printer that I was not sure if it worked to a show. And then realize there, oh, wait, never mind. So, sorry, this ring light that I hardly use. Let me stand up for a second. This ring light that I hardly use is always in the way of this camera's little arm. So, yeah, there we go. See, I don't have. First off, let's be realistic here. In order to get software to the Newton, you either need another Newton that's already powered on with the software that you could beam it to, which will take forever, or you need a vintage Macintosh with the serial port and your Newton connection utilities and all that stuff set up. And then you'd have to do a sync, and have to sync all the data, and then you can install the packages, and it's a whole thing. Not about to open up that can of worms this late in the day. I do want to do a Newton stream because I do have a few more of these devices. So, but I do have an HP, what is it, a LaserJet 5M or something like that. The paper tray unfortunately does not function anymore, like the where you could stack the paper, but the auxiliary feed tray where you could just stack a few sheets does work. And I got it from my old job like back in 2015 or something like that. And it used to just be set up here all the time. Now it's in the corner over there with like 3 Macs stacked on top of it. Yes, exactly what Mike said. Getting stuff on a Newton is an exercise in patience and perseverance. Unless you have one of the newer models that you can put like a Wi-Fi card in or something like that, and that makes it much easier. The newer models also have modifications where you could do serial ports or USB ports and junk to make getting data on there much easier. Unfortunately, this is an older model. I don't think those mods are necessarily applicable to this one. But yeah, anyway, how long have we been streaming for? My goodness. Let me refresh our YouTube thing because it likes to lie to me. It's not 100% accurate. You'd think that that would be a tool that YouTube would want to work correctly, but I still have 93 people watching. Hi. And we've been going on for 3 whole hours. My goodness. Well, these ones do Apple Talk as well. So you can tell it to, connect to a laser printer or something like that. Laser writer over that. Yeah, I have an eMate up here I have to fix the hinge for. That's another project for another day. But since I all have 90-something of you odd watching. Whoop, the counter went away. 94 of some odd people watching. I won't go just yet. I am going to take a big swig of water, though, because I've been talking too much. Well, Josh M. Brown 42, if you come across a printer that looks like this, but instead of tangerine, it's purple, and is an Epson 740i, please save it for me. I will pay you shipping. It's the only one of those damn printers I don't have. For all the other stupid colors except purple. Oh yes, Bruce of Brankus Creations, which you should subscribe to, by the way. Bruce put a link to your channel in the thing. Is going to be building a Mac 2FX Reloaded board tomorrow. That's only going to take, what, like 80 streams? That's a lot. Hot Epson Stylus is 740i's in your area. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, I do have some Palms here, actually. Let's play around with those. Let me switch the camera so you can see. Oh boy. Let's kill some time. I mean, continue with our great streaming content with some Palm Pilots. We put the Newton away. So I do have some questionable power adapters here and some USB cables. Not sure what's going to work with what, to be quite honest with you. It's been a long time, my friends. It's been a long time. Alright, so my Palm journey began with a Palm 3E special edition. There goes the frickin' tripod again. Oh boy. How about we stop messing with that for today? Hey, look, it's the chat. Oh god. Let's just keep that like that, maybe? Yeah, sure. Anyway, let's try and do a civilized view of this. My goodness. So we have a Palm Tungsten E2, a Palm Tungsten C. I think there's also one in here, is there? I think I bought 2 E2s. Yeah, there's another E2 in there. Now, these take the same style. Well, no, actually, no. I'm a liar. Would this charge with one of these? Absolutely not. Nope. Well, I'm screwed then. So this one charges differently. So I cannot power this one up, unfortunately. This is the one I actually wanted to play with. Tungsten TC. I believe this one has Wi-Fi built in. Let's look it up, because I can't remember anymore. So the Tungsten line was like a... it was like their prosumer models here. So the E2 came out in 2005. And the C came out in 2003. Was the only one that allowed the user to access through 802.11b at the time. So that was 2003. And the E2, so let's compare. So this C launched for $500 US in 2003, April of 2003. So it's its birthday. It's 21 years old. Holy crap. Ugh. It has 64 megabytes of storage, 12 megabytes of dynamic heap, resolution of 320 by 320, and has a 400 megahertz processor, headphone jack. We have 802.11b Wi-Fi and infrared. Whereas the E2 was released in 2005 for half the price, $249. It has 32 megabytes of storage, so half the storage. It has half of the heap size at 6.3 megabytes. The screen is the same resolution, so we have that, but it's only at 200 megahertz, so half the speed of the C. It does retain the headphone jack. Well, this one has a proprietary jack for a headset. This only has Bluetooth, so no Wi-Fi. This model, the E model, only has Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi. But this does have an SDIO card connector, and you could get a very hard to find Wi-Fi card for that. Ugh. So this has a what they call a Athena connector, and this one used what they called a universal connector. I'm sure I have a cable somewhere for it. But yeah, my goodness. Oh, the Palm Pre. See, I almost bought one of those as they were closing out just for fun, but I think they were just tied to the network and I wouldn't have been able to do much with it. I mean, the whole thing with Palm is the OS. So let's plug one of these things in. It might take a while to charge, so it might not be instant, folks. But let's see if I have two chargers. Let's plug both of them in. I have two Tungsten E2 models. I mean, I used to use my Palm 3E in high school. Then I got a Palm 3E that was replaced because the one I had had a defect, and unfortunately they replaced it with the non-clear model. But I eventually did get another one a few years ago. That's nice and clear again. How does this open? Oh, there you go. Unfortunately, this is cracking, so this little cover is going to fall off one of these days. Maybe today. That's sad. It's just the way it is. And then I got a Palm Tungsten, I think it was just a Tungsten T. And it had this little pop-up type thing. Oh, I love that thing. Had a little case for it. And that was my last Palm Pilot, I believe. That was my last Palm Pilot. I did get some used ones, but that was like the last one I actually used. I got the Palm Life Drive. I always wanted one of those. Found it at a yard sale one day. I always wanted one because it had an MP3 player function. It had a little hard drive in it. I always thought that was so cool. I think it was like 4 gigs or a gig or something like that. And these are still relatively inexpensive because, you know, they're kind of limited in what they could do today. But they're, you know, you could use them as a universal remote or something. All right, so I'm going to plug both of these in. Both of the little LEDs come on the power strip. On the power adapters. This one came on for a second. But I love these little things. I really did. So we do have signs of life from them. No nasty sounds from the power adapter, so that's good. But yeah, I used them in school. I didn't have a smartphone. I had a Nokia, what, 5100, one of those cell phones. I didn't have a smartphone, so this was my way of taking notes and keeping organized. And that little Palm Treo with the keyboard, my goodness, that actually did help me keep me organized. It really did. My grades would have probably been much, much worse. Yeah, WebOS was interesting. I was one of the ones that got the HP touchpad. I think my brother has it now. The HP touchpad. It was a fire sale thing. I paid $100 or $150 for it. Got the 32 gig model or something like that. I don't remember. But that was that whole thing where like they went on pre-sale and then they like discontinued them. So people were like, "Oh, it's like a cheap iPad," except it wasn't, because it ran WebOS and I hacked it to run Android and God was it slow. Tried to get it to work for my grandma. We just ended up getting her an iPad. Yeah, they seem like they're trying. I think they're going to boot loop for a while. Let's see if this one... They're off to the races. Oh, look at that. Tungsten. Charge batteries. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing, folks. All right, let's steal the stylus from the Newton here. Yeah, this is when they were rebranded to Palm 1. That one made a little noise. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the bat. Oh, there we go. Set up your device. Okay. Connect the power to hot sync. Reading first. Fully charge your device for 2 to 3 hours. Tap next to configure your device. $2024. It's April 26th. And it's, yeah, look, the other one's working now too. 10:41 p.m. Well, it's not San Francisco time, but I'm not going to bother setting that one up. All right. Pretty good, I think. Oh, good luck there, Josh. All right, so we have Bluetooth, calc, contacts, card info. There's no card installed. Let's see what version of the OS it's running. So we have 26 megs free out of 29 formatted. We are both running Palm OS version 5, so that's Garnet 5.4.7. Those are our ID numbers. Don't steal it from me, please. And yeah, so we have your vanilla version of what shipped with this, rather. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you press the home button, you get a different view. So you have either the list view or that. Let me see if this wants to cooperate one last time here. That's much better. You can actually read the text now. I'm sorry for the being blurred before. Just the situation I have. I'm just using a little webcam here. I don't have any DSLR or anything fancy like that. But yeah, we have a dialer. Why would you... What? Why? I guess it would make the sound into the phone? Or unless you were connected to something, I have no idea. But, yeah, I guess it could dial over Bluetooth, but what would the point of that be? Please check your settings to make sure the phone is ready. Huh. All right. Or maybe it would dial over infrared. I don't know. It's neat. I get it. Yeah, we have... Oh, look at this high-resolution picture here. Yeah, I guess that's a use case. But if you couldn't read the number off of the thing, and that's a bit of a stretch, I guess. Oh, yeah. Here this takes me back. All right. I'm going to see if I could remember how to type some things. Oh, what is it? Nope, that's F. So that's delete. I think E was just this. So what you are supposed to do is there's what they call graffiti, and it's sort of like the alphabet, but it's a little bit different. And the idea was that you would use this section here for the ABCs and this for numbers. So if I wanted to do numbers, I would do 1, 2, 3. But if I do a 3 here, it doesn't know what I'm doing. So that was the whole idea behind graffiti. I think it works pretty well because it separates the need for the computer to try and differentiate between letters and numbers. And I think, yes, slightly different if Richie got a patent. I remember about that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I forget what version of graffiti this is. Maybe it's the newer one, but that is funny. I forgot all about that. But yeah, the earlier Palm Pilots I had, the flap actually has like the cheat sheet of how to do graffiti on it. All the letters of the alphabet and such. But then there's some shortcuts, like if you tap and then go back, it deletes. And if you tap and then go forward, it puts a space there. So there were all sorts of these things, you know, to help you do this better. But yeah. Yeah, but you know, there is a little keyboard, I believe. I could beam the memo. Yeah, here's the keyboard. Oh, nope, doesn't like that. Graffiti 2. Okay, this is Graffiti 2. Yeah, so you can see these little things here. So if I did like... and then G, Graffiti 2 help. But I don't know why it's not coming up. Maybe I had to click done first. Help memos, I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't exactly doing the help there. It's just beeping at me. Whatever. Click the AV sign in the graffiti area. Alrighty. Ah, there we go. Thank you very much. I'm used to much older Palm Pilots, so a lot of this also I'm struggling to remember. But yeah, there's a little keyboard if you want to be like, hello, well, gecko. Yeah, I guess, you know, whatever. But you type that, the numbers come up. Looks like we have some shortcuts for brightness here. And then a clock. That's a good little shortcut for the clock. Go to clock. Set date and time. We are not in San Francisco. We're in the New York time zone. Thank you. But thankfully it is not 1:46 a.m. Very cool. I love these little things. Hopefully you guys find them, you folks find them just as entertaining as I do. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think I have the T3. Lord, yes, they do some, hold on, I'll get the name. Usagi Electric here. There we go. Very cool. Yeah, so the neat thing about these is they all have infrared. Oh, I just noticed the top of these are slightly different. Look at this. This has the regular Palm logo, and this has the Palm 1. See the branding difference there? I wonder which one was made after. That's cool. I'm glad I bought both. I did not notice that when I was at VCF. I just figured, you know, they were only $10 each. So it wouldn't hurt me to get a second just in case. They're both running the same version of the software, so no clear date difference there. That's cool. I did not notice that. NEC Mobile Pro. That sounds cool. Let's see if there are any dates on the back that would help. No. Label looks about the same. I'll have to remove that label there. But, yeah, $10 whole. Not a bad find at all. Sorry to show that email. Oops. Nobody be a creep and message these people. I just sold him a Palm Pilot. Leave me alone. Oh, yeah, and this is like you can go between your different pages if you were in this view. What do we got? We got a web browser, we got Bluetooth, memos, calculator, Look, it's what the iPad doesn't have. Let's see. Media. I remember downloading, oh, what was it? Yeah, my Tungsten E3. No, not the Tungsten. My Nokia N-Gage QD could play back videos. I remember that. Put Bejeweled on them. Yes, Bejeweled was a killer app on this. My goodness. I think I burned through the battery of my Treo so much by playing Bejeweled on it in school. I do have a lot of these apps backed up, and I'm sure they're on the internet archive and junk, so I'll have to check those out. But yeah, see how fast it looks like the battery is charging? If I unplug this, yeah, battery is low. Yeah, so now it's back to, it went all the way back there. So I'm pretty sure that these batteries are pretty toast, but I'm going to let them charge for a few hours, see if anything happens, you know. What was cool is, I'm sorry, reading the chat here, I used my Palms 3C to take notes during my sanitation inspection as PMT on the last ship that I was assigned to, then went and transferred to shore duty. I came across the Tungsten 3 and wow. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, the browser wasn't bad. I do remember not long ago loading up Mac84.net on one of them. I think it was when I was doing that Slingbox video, and that's when I found, I think all the Palm Pilots are in that corner somewhere. They're all in a bin. Here, let me put up a little chat thing here. You tell me what you want to do, folks. Do you want me to go look for the Palm Pilots? Do you want me to go look for my Palm Pilots? I think I have an idea of where they are, but also I could be mistaken. Yes or no? There's a poll up now, so you could vote in the poll if you want me to waste the precious seconds of your life and go over and rummage around for the Palm Pilots for a few seconds. Still keep my Zyre around for a Space War game that is a Star Trek theme. Nice. Oh gosh, there's a lot of yeses here. Yep, now there are some no's. Feel like, this guy wasted enough of our time. I don't want to go rummaging through it. Oh no! See, my emate's on the shelf because the hinge is bad, and it's right. See that all this fetch box right there? It's right to the left of that. There, it's behind this little thing. It's because the hinge is bad. So, damn it! Looks like a lot of you want to see my Palm Pilots. Oh, yep. I used to use iSync all the time, man. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep the camera on these Palm Pilots. Let me go see if I can find the box real quick. Thank you for interacting with my poll. And I meant that not in that way. And I will be back in a moment, hopefully. All right, well, that bin wasn't where I thought it was. I did find one. I'm going to put this down here for a moment. I will be right back. Let me see if it's there. If not, I'll come right back. Alrighty. Well, I couldn't find the bin. I did find some other crap, though. So, Pom-Poms, I've been summoned. You missed all the fun, Tom. I did find some crap. This is an LG chocolate. Not the one my wife used to have, but it's similar. And I bought it for the battery. Because at the time, she used a green LG chocolate. And we were looking for replacement batteries. And this was at the thrift store for probably like $10. And I bought it. The fun thing about these is there's one ribbon cable that has 3 parts. It goes from here, from the number pad, to the main board, and to the screen. And guess what happens? It dislodges itself, and then the screen just turns white. And so I had a friend at the time that had to get all their contacts off the old phone, and they had to memorize how to send it via Bluetooth or something. I forget how. And they were able to recover all their contacts that way. But yeah, you got a little micro SD card slot there. If you don't like this stuff, Steve has some crap. Nice. I do have some of those handsprings, Kevin. I don't think I have a... Oh, no, I did buy a blue one. It's probably upstairs in a box. But, yeah, I think this was a pretty neat... it's a little gunked up, it feels like. I don't have the charger for this one handy, but that was a neat phone. Let me close that up. In fact, let me turn this one off. Thank you. Steal your power. Because I think this singular one uses the same thing. There we go. The screen is much brighter. So this is the Treo was a 750 or a 700 or one of those. We'll see in a second. But you see the screen is much smaller, but I think the resolution is pretty much the same. It's a date of 2011. What is this? What the hell? Hold please. Let me find out if this is whose I think it is. Okay, no, this was not anybody I knew. the background says is a picture of something. And NJ is the best staic in Thrawn. We thank the I really have no idea what the hell that says. And it's probably for the best. We summoned some demon or something trying to read it. But apparently this phone was last powered on in 2011. No, I don't have Mike's old crap. He has his old crap. Oh, okay, yeah. So this might be, maybe it's a 650. It's one of the. Let's see. Info. 23 megs of memory. And if I remove the battery compartment, it'll tell me. Call someone with it. For a period of time, with my wife's aforementioned LG chocolate, when that failed, I had a spare phone, and it was one of these, and she used it, and she hated it, but it kind of worked, so it was free. So it was the only Verizon phone I had at the time she used Verizon. Well, let's pull out the battery and see. This is a Treo 650. That's what it is. Let's put that back. It's still on, of course, because I had it plugged in. Windows Phone. That's right. Mike is the Windows Phone guy. I don't know who that is, but that's not who we're... This keyboard takes me back, man. I used to be able to type pretty damn fast with this keyboard. Not this particular one. The Treo, the other one. Oh, God, there's going to be other people's memos on here. Let's just do a new one. Oh, God. Oh, my hands are saying no. That's what... wow, I can't do this anymore. Oh, I used to be able to do it without even looking. Just by touch. Although I want to say the Treo was more like this size. So I want to say the keyboard was similar like this. It wasn't as spaced out. The keyboard was down here more on the Treo 90 that I had. But, yeah, there is, yeah, the network not exactly the best here. I'm coming for VCF Midwest next year and staying at your house. The hell does that mean, Mike? Help. Me. Oh, boy. Anywho, I just wanted to fart around with these. Thought that would be fun. Surprised this one worked. I got this again at a thrift store. Unique Thrift in 2017. I bought this for $5 whole. God, I haven't been in that store in a few years. Probably for the best. I used to go there after a stressful day at work. And let's just say I would buy too much crap. Got a camera. Uh-oh. Hey, look. It's me. On a palm camera. Oh, if you don't use the @ symbol or type someone's name, I'm going to assume the comment is for me. Oh boy, I'm afraid to look and see if there are any pictures on this thing. Yes, there are. It's a picture of a tire. There's a picture of the inside of someone's car. That's not mine. There's a picture of a person. There's a picture of a toilet. I kid you not. There's a picture of a toilet. Where's the toiletiest toilet when you need them? Got pictures of toilets over here. Pictures of people that I'm not going to show. Pictures of kids I'm not going to show. Personal stuff, personal stuff, personal stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I'm sure one of these phone numbers in here would reunite this person with their stuff, but who the hell knows? Is there a card in here? I don't think... No, there's no card inserted. Okay. Neat. Go back to the toilet. Yay! Oh, this is perfect. I have been summoned. Go back to thy toilet. There it is. That's the... I think we've reached a new low. Oh, God. I can't top that. There it is. Can I zoom in? No. Yeah, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you can only zoom in once. There we go. It's been a long day, folks. Let me just say that. It's been a long, long, long day. The day's almost over. It's probably time for me to get the hell out of here. The phone is off. Would you like to turn it on? I guess you mean the cellular? Yeah. Welcome to Singular, baby. Oh, boy. Please check your SIM card. See if it's damaged or missing. Make an emergency call. No, we're not going to do that. Oh, boy. Express mail. Well, they never had that set up, I suppose. I hope so, Bruce. Looked like an office toilet to me. Sounds? Wait, they have Real Player on here? Oh, that's just a sign of the times. Songs. No songs. Oh, that's a shame. We need our YouTube song on here. But I don't think I have any SD cards that are small enough to be read by this. Hold, please. I doubt it's going to recognize a 32 gig card. Probably like 2 or 4 gigs is the max. But we'll see. Yeah, no card inserted. No, I would not ever bother our first responders with nonsense. That is not something I would condone. Yeah, I don't think it likes a new card. It's too new. Too new. Is that something that Dank Pods person does? Oh my goodness, how cringy. Notice how I didn't say cringe like the children do. I'm old and confused. Oh boy. My palm has a picture of a toilet on it. Please help. Some memos. Yeah, the web browser from this was not bad from what I remember. Oh, does this have Wi-Fi in it? Oh, let's see. I doubt it does. Well, I don't know. I forget which ones do and which ones don't. I'm too excited. Where's the settings? Utilities. System. System go. Preferences. No, I don't think this has Wi-Fi. Yeah, it just says power touchscreen keyboard. Connection. Yeah, IR, standard. I don't think this even has Bluetooth, does it? Yeah, the G3 was in the beginning. It worked fine, and we didn't have to fudge with it. But we did spend a whole time messing with the Newton, and we got that to work. Yeah, it does have a camera. Camera's right there. That's where you put the stylus. If I had one. We're just waiting for all the viewers to drop off, so I don't feel bad leaving 90 people like watching here. Oh, look, we're down to 70. Is that a selfie mirror? Is that what that is? Holy crap, it is. That's hilarious. Look. You can see the camera. Oh, boy. Sim book for the SIM card. Multimedia, real player, camera. We already did camera. So yeah, there's not much else to do here. What resolution is this? We have. Oh, you can record in 640 by 40 or 320 by 240. Well, let's do a video. We could do that in 176 by 144 or 352 by 288. Let's test that selfie camera, shall we? This is going to be very horrible. 3 minutes left. What's up? It's Steve from Mac84. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. That's going to be in beautiful quality, I bet. Let's press play, shall we? Wait, is there sound? Oh, it didn't record with sound. What a jip. We're going to hit save. More like early 2000s energy. Maybe it doesn't do sound unless you're on the lower quality. This is a test with audio. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Maybe the speaker's broken. Who knows? Anyway, there's the potato quality of the other the other version. Oh, God. Anyway, I think I am running out of stupid things to do, which is very dangerous, I know. But hey, that one worked. Oh, we do have Bluetooth. The little icon's right up there. Look at that. Bluetooth on, Bluetooth off. This was earned by a Karen Minash, or however you say that. Anyway. So that's interesting. I will have to find my bin of Palm Pilots, and when I do, I will put them aside somewhere where I will not lose them, because the last time I saw them, I said, hey, that's where they are, and promptly lost them. So, yeah. I think that's about it for tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bit tired. We've almost been going for 4 whole friggin' hours. My goodness. I'd like to talk a bit about some things I'm working on. I designed my first PCB. I'm not going to tell you what it's for yet until I have it here and I can make adjustments and make sure it's still working. But I designed my first PCB. It's a Mac-related type thing. I'm excited about it. It's not huge, but it's fun. So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully have that in a few weeks. What else do I want to say? I always forget to plug my thing. I plugged it at the beginning, but I'll plug it again now. If you go to shop.mac84.net, I do have some merch, as folks say. I have some shirts. I got the Sit Happens shirt that I just did. I got some mouse pads. I should do a Sit Happens mouse pad. Maybe I'll try and do that tonight. So I've got a bunch of junk. If you like it, cool. If not, don't worry. I only make like $1 or $2 off of these things, so it's not going to be the end of the world if you don't support me in that way. It's just the way that is. What else do I want to say? I can only accept Steam gift cards. No, Gutbomb, no. Toilet free. Oh gosh. Stream tomorrow night, Mike. That's exciting. Subscribe to Mike's Mess. Unless it's a toilet mess. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed the sticker. Yes, I do have some stickers. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to just like, unless like, you know, I just slap a stamp on the envelope in the US and mail some stickers. I've done that a few times. But it's like, you know, it's a bit of a pain. So if you come to events, you get stickers. If not, it's hard for me to distribute. What else do I want to talk about that's not Palm Pilot related? Me brain forget. Oh, I had to fix that switch for my niece, and I got the solder for that, the low melt solder, but I did not finish that yet. There was one more thing I wanted to mention. I was gonna do something about. Yeah, I guess I can't remember. I guess it was important. Bootleg Rack 84 merchandise. Oh God. No, Carl. I still have your poor LC, whatever it is, sitting like right next to me. That's been staring at me for months that I have not sent out because I am an idiot. So I'll try and remember to do that. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I was going to record a video for this weekend, but I guess this is the video for this weekend. But yeah. Oh well, let me get rid of this thing that I have here that's in my way. There we go. Hi, it's just me again. I bet you I'm going to leave these Palm Pilots charging and they'll explode in the basement and burn the house down. Hopefully not. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the super chats and the stickers and the membership and the Patreon. And any way you support me, I sincerely appreciate it. I would not be able to do these streams without you, really. That's just the truth. That's just how it works. So really appreciate it. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, the Toiletist Toilet. Thank you, Quicksilver AUS. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Lord of Nothing. Vilhalmer and Gutbomb and Retrofox and whoever else is still here. You're the real ones. Thank you very much for hanging in there. I feel dirty that I said the real ones. But Kratos, Elibred, whoever you are that have stuck around this far, Bruce, Jack, thank you very much for sticking around. Appreciate it. Bruce is streaming tomorrow. Mike is streaming tomorrow. Go find out the things, like, subscribe to all the stuff, and I'm going to find the end stream button and stop making an ass out of myself. That'll never happen. All right, bye!